adventurers! And welcome to the 81st episode of Dirty 20, an evening of drama, laughter and adventure we call it D&D Podcast. Tis I, your Dungeon Master for the evening, and once again I am joined by my colourful cast of characters. Unfortunately we don't have Hayden here today, but in his stead we do have, as the keen-eyed may see, a brand new overlay. What's this? Why do we have that? Also, hold on a second. I'm pretty sure. Whoa, what am I hearing? I think it's okay.
Oh,
never mind.
It's Jack again.
For fuck's sake. Oh, I've lost my train of thought. God damn it.
New overlay.
New overlay. And also, I'm pretty sure we said at the end of the last big session 2 weeks ago that Mitch was unfortunately playing his last episode. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased and excited to announce that that Mitch is officially joining Dirty 20 for as long as he can stomach it.
I'm out. See you later, guys.
See you later. So yes, new things be happening. Holy shit! What is going on today? Anyway, updates. So, Mitch, why don't you, as the brand new member, why don't you kick us off with some exciting news? Indeed, please.
Some exciting news. Nothing going on here. But if you do like tabletop shows, there is a channel that I run called Natural Wonders, and that is where me, Sam, Ewan, and Jay play Star Wars: Edge of the Empire along with some of our other friends. That will be live tomorrow at 7, and we've got a big turn of events, big conversation to have, so it's going to be good fun. So be there.
Oh yeah.
We do indeed.
That's all.
Sam,
sir.
I hear your name being called to announce something else.
What am I announcing?
You.
I thought there was like something bigger going on, something else.
No.
I stream
Something bigger than
sometimes.
You absolute moron.
I also stream sometimes. Sam JKP, Twitch and YouTube. You built it up too much.
I know. I don't know why I did that. Naya.
Yeah, I stream
Why don't you
as well.
talk some stuff?
I stream Genshin Impact, which is a gacha game. If you don't play gacha games, you build a team and it's loads of fun. And there's an update where we're in an electro nation and they're constantly getting fired lightning at all the time. It's great fun. Come check
Blasted.
it out.
I tuned in the other day. It's entertaining and many interesting discussions going
We
on there.
only speak facts.
Only facts, and hot takes. That's all that takes place there. Anything else? Oh god, you have 1 week off and you forget exactly how to do all of this.
I know.
God damn it. Of course, as we always do, we have a Discord. Check out the link in the chat. That's where we post a bunch of stuff for the campaign, maps and other information, and just generally chat about RPGs and D&D and the show together. Tune in there. If you it's too late to do the questionnaire, right? You've already is it already out and printed, or yeah, we've got a questionnaire, interestingly enough.
Is it already done or is there still time?
Is it done? Is there time?
There's still time, like
Okay,
right up
so-
until the end of the session. You can.
So,
do the
if you
questionnaire.
want to get involved in an
Chat,
exciting... Yeah, if someone wants to post that link in the chat, go right ahead.
It's
and we'll
already
see.
in the chat. I'll reply to it, and then people can
Perfect.
link
Is
to
it
it.
the Twitch or in the Twitch chat?
Perfect.
Oh, in the Twitch chat. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah, if you
idea.
want to put it in the Twitch
Yeah,
chat,
just give me a sec.
why not? So yeah, you got till the end of the session to have a go at that questionnaire and see what's going on with that. And the answers will be announced at the end. It's just a fun little thing. It's nothing too like serious. Any other updates or anything interesting from anyone? How was everyone's lunch and breakfast today? Was it good? Good.
Good.
It's alright, yeah,
You
yeah.
need the energy.
Pretty damn
Oh,
good.
no.
And with that, let's delve into today's episode of Dirty 20!
Floor down's covered in poop.
So, previously on Dirty 20, a group divided. As the rest of Fera Carta descended into the dwarven ruins beneath Deep Bay, Alastrine had a mission of her own and an important visit to make. Ascending, that's the opposite. Ascending to Castle Deep Bay, she met with her mother and was forced to undergo psionic training. When she finally awoke, a reveal from her mother began to unravel her world. Meanwhile, in the stuffy tunnels below, the rest of you had continued to delve. You came upon a royal forge, much of its contents taken, save for the skeletal structure of a familiar-looking orb. Pushing forward, you entered the throne room and managed to pry the armour away from the long-dead king. In your search, a small indent on the throne indicated something could be slotted in. With some clever thinking via Val-Aeria, you froze water in the hole, perfectly matching its shape. Suddenly, the ground around the throne shifted as a staircase down revealed itself. Heading down, you came to a room, tiles across the ground, undermount inscription upon them. It was a puzzle, and after some thought you answered correctly. The door opened into a treasury room, but still more barren than you were hoping. As you investigated, suddenly one of the columns collapsed as a huge snake-like creature with a crocodilian head emerged from the ceiling, its body blue and pulsing with streaks of electric light. The battle was hard fought, with explosions of magic and T-Rex transformations, but finally it came to an end as the beast writhed in flame. Jurassic Park music intensifies. Now, though, Fera Carta, the treasury room lays before you, the pile of loot already yours. With that, the ascent. Why have I written descent twice? The ascent. Yeah, it's because I live in Australia. That's why. Obviously,
so much
that down is up, right?
Yeah.
You're drongo.
And with that, those of you underneath the city of Deep Bay, what do you wish to do?
I assume we must be leaving soon, correct? Because of the ice.
Oh gosh, how much time do we have left? Does anybody remember?
The person who was keeping track is now a T-Rex.
Oh.
Or did he transform back?
I think he may have transformed back at the
Okay.
end. I can tell you exactly how long.
Well, from my calculations, we had an hour, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've spent
About 55 minutes.
all right, and we've spent like 45 down here right now, I think.
I swear it took 15 minutes for us to get down the staircase.
Uh-huh.
I have
So we are going to be shut down here.
Unless we all just dash, like sprint.
But have we collected all the gold and stuff, or is that just sitting in a
Got it.
pile?
Alistair put it all in the bag of holding.
Okay, so we've
I
done.
mean, it's going to take you at least like 5 minutes to get all that in there. That was not counted on the time. You got
Okay.
like, unless you like, you can choose how much you want to take. If you want to take all of it, I'm going to say it's going to take you 5 minutes for all of you to start shoveling it in.
Okay, so let's work together and get it all, and then we'll figure something out. We're
Yeah,
smart.
I'm gonna be scooping it up with wings, arms, everything, chucking it in the bag.
We
For
have.
a second there, I thought that was a little bit of Lior lore bleeding through.
Sorry.
Yeah, the real thing was someone.
How much this dish can carry. Anyway.
Did anyone make note of exactly what was taken, or what was there that you were able to pick up?
I remember
I've written it down.
treasure was 9 gems worth 500 gold. 9 gems worth 500 gold total. And there were a bunch of other 23 lesser gems worth 10 gold each.
Mm-hmm.
A small white translucent crystal worth 400 gold.
900
Gold.
gold pieces.
900 gold.
And then
180
180
platinum.
platinum.
There was an arrow as well, right? There was some sort of arrow,
Might have been.
which
You
I'm
actually
definitely gonna
sent-
grab.
180 platinum,
You sent a
800
picture in the
silver,
Discord.
2,000.
2,000
Yeah, there's an image in the Discord where our viewers can check out as
Yeah.
well. Check it out. Please don't check out. Don't check out.
Check in.
Stick with us, please. Check in.
Never leave.
Don't leave me. I only exist when you pay attention to me.
Okay, we haven't actually looked around this room very much, apart from the place where we fought. Does it look like there's other passageways and rooms around the edge of this place, or is it just this one big chamber?
From the naked eye, as you look around, it appears to only be from what you can see. There does not appear to be another exit.
So, yeah.
You can roll an investigation check, but that will take time.
Do
'Cause that will actually be searching.
Yeah. Do we
Or
want to?
perception.
Do we want to perhaps look for another route in here, or should we just dash our way back to the where we know?
I think we should go the way we know.
Okay.
I have an idea though, Zuko.
What's that?
It came to me.
Okay.
You know your lamp?
No. What lamp? I have a lamp.
Yes, I know, it's very, very shiny. How about, in order for us to make a swift exit, how about all of us, apart from maybe 2 of us, go inside, and the 2 will just carry everyone out?
Yes, we could do that, and the ones inside, we would be able to hear, so we could be communicated with.
Exactly.
I will
think
volunteer
yes.
to carry. I can fly. So
the people who could
Even-
fly would be better. to
Even
stay out.
better. Even better. We don't have to worry about the door. You still have your cape, Arya?
Yes. What door?
If the ceiling closes, we could put your
Right.
soul in the lamp, and you could cape. You could use your cape to. Would you? Us,
Or we could all just go.
Can
around
only
the
move
back.
myself and one person though.
yourself, and a lamp.
Yes.
That is true, but I cannot fly. So there's the matter of getting across back to the sewer or drainage pipe.
We can
Fine.
leave the
you could
lamp.
you could
afterwards.
give the cape to someone else. It doesn't need a tune in.
That's true. It doesn't. I
Have
can.
you used it today?
Yes.
I don't.
No.
Oh,
I don't think you did.
I was going to use it to save Storm, but Storm
Uh-huh.
saved himself, so I haven't used it today.
I could.
Did you not use it to cross the ravine?
No, I got carried across
No, you
by
didn't.
Yeah,
flying
we
Kensei.
flew.
Yeah.
Me and Kensei flew everyone.
Oh, and you've long rested anyway, so
Uh-huh.
it probably would have reset.
If you
Well, actually, it wouldn't, because it was dawn, isn't it? It's a dawn.
And
if you show me how to use it, I could get us through if needs be.
I mean, you can fly, so you're not
Yes,
as
but
restricted as I am.
sounds like a plan. Plus, Alistair will be safe inside. He's quite injured, I believe.
Yes, Alistair needs to go
Yes.
inside. I'm just thinking if we all went inside the lamp and then one person carries the rest, it's less work, you know. They just have to carry a small thing out.
I agree.
Yes. That sounds like a great idea. But don't scratch it.
What
I mean, I'm
happens
not-
if you scratch it?
It blows up and kills us all, silly. Takes the chain off. I'm giving it to Gaiak to hold.
Okay. First though, may I take the cape just in case the door closes?
Sure.
I'm
Anything
How do
happens to it, Gaiak, we are going to have a problem.
It's, as long as it doesn't get in the way of my wings. How do I do it?
Kind of tie it around him like a mum putting like a scarf on a kid. You kind of just visualize where you want to go, and you go.
I'm sure I can work it out.
Be easy. You got it.
If you don't, we're all trapped. We might die down here, so no pressure.
No pressure.
He just as you say that, you just see some more blood dribble out of his beak from how getting almost eaten earlier.
Oh, are you? Well, I'm gonna take the crown off my head that I was wearing this whole time.
Oh yeah, you're still wearing it.
And just put that in a little, bag.
As you attempt to take the
No.
crown,
Oh, here we go.
you put your hands on the crown. As you try to remove it, it comes off.
You fully got me. I was like, oh no, it's gonna dig thorns into my head. No.
Oh, believe me,
That would've
it
looked
was
cool.
so tempting. When you put that thing on without any thought, I was like, do I just make this curse now?
I took it off. I put it in a little bag. I wrap it in like a little bit of like cloth, just to keep it safe. Okay, who's coming in the lamp?
Just one more thing, Gaiak.
I,
The cape is for last resort only. Okay?
Of course.
Only if you absolutely need to use it.
Fine.
Alright, alright. I'm going in the lab.
Okay, good. Everyone but Gaiak, yes?
I'll be in the lamp too.
Yeah,
Good.
pretty much. I think everyone but
So,
Gaiak.
I just snap my fingers, boom, and in a puff of smoke, Gaiak, we are all gone except for you, and we are inside the lamp, in that kind of like, sort of lounge-style area, like Zuko's bedroom. I'm going to get a short rest. Would anyone like a drink?
I would love one.
And yeah, I'm
Can I
gonna
hear
take a
you
short
guys?
rest whilst I'm in here. You can't hear us, but we can hear everything you say and
Okay.
things that happen.
Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna say the command word, get rid of my armor so I can fly. Grab the drift globe, catapult it forward so it's like zooming off, and I'm gonna start flying as fast as I can across the room towards the stairs.
Okay. You begin to zoom across the room to the stairs.
Just if it matters, my flying speed is 50.
Okay. Just before anything else happens, just so I'm aware, Zuko, in terms of the lamp, can anyone choose to come out of it, or do you have to actively remove people from the lamp?
I believe I can pop anyone out whenever I want.
Mm-hmm.
If I exit it, everyone gets popped out.
Mm-hmm.
Not staying there without me. Let's read the sanctuary vessel thing again. I guess if they're not willing anymore, then it says because if a willing creature I can see, then they can come into the vessel with me. And then it says as a bonus action, you can inject any number of creatures from the vessel, and if everyone is ejected, if you leave or die, or if the vessel is destroyed.
Okay, so someone can't decide they just want to leave. They have to ask you to remove them.
I believe that's how it is ruled, yeah.
Okay, just like to know, just in
And-
case it matters.
I'm aiming to spend 10 minutes in here so that I can take a short rest.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
And anyone else who wants
So-
to do that can.
Sure.
very well.
I think. Actually, I didn't take damage.
Alright, so, Gaiak, you begin to speed towards the staircase and begin to make your ascent. At this point, you put the stuff in. You can't really fly up because it is a like 15. It's
I'm one of the slower walkers as well.
Yeah, you have you had 15 minutes, which took you 15 minutes, sorry, to get down. And you obviously cannot fly up. You get about 3/4 there, and you begin to hear.
Okay. I'm gonna keep running.
Fly.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
go.
running, trying to use my wings maybe to give me some extra speed. I know it's not big enough to fly.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh god.
It sounds like it's struggling out there.
Oh no.
Hey.
Yeah. You bat your wings as hard as you can. They hit the side of the wall, and it's painful. But you do give yourself a slight boost. But as you turn one, not corner, but as you turn a curve, immediately, poof! You almost hit straight into a rock face. There's little slits where it looks like stairs were. You were at a dead end.
All right.
Closed.
Do I know how far up
it would seem it has closed.
Do I know how far up I am?
Probably within the last 3/4.
I guess I use the cape.
Oh, do you know what? I forgot. I need to get the map. Sorry, 1 second.
I'm so annoyed I didn't think about investigating the bit here before.
We were so short on time. It's so awkward, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, mate. Yeah, no.
To be fair, we might all die right now because Gaiac might teleport into solid rock.
Yeah. What is the range on the
500
cape?
feet, it's dimension door.
Actually, no. I could
600 feet.
I could literally just dimension door out the side because wasn't it on a big podium and that's what we walked down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
need to be
and then I
able
could
to
just fly.
visualize the route, the space in which you're going to appear.
Okay.
I mean, that shouldn't be hard. We were just in there.
Yeah, we haven't been down here for long.
One moment, I'm just checking how far down it is.
What's the range on dimension door?
500 feet.
500 feet. That's
I
fine.
thought it was 600, but
500.
Yeah, 500.
Okay.
yeah, you're right.
I would say, you fly a lot. So height is something you factor in. If this was anyone else, I'd probably say it would be more difficult for them to kind of judge. But you were kind of informed a little bit by Storm about the distance to the bottom of that crevasse, even in this room. I would say you probably believe that you are about somewhere between 100, anywhere under 100 foot above the throne room.
Okay. I'm gonna
from your position.
I'm gonna do what Arya said. Visualize the throne room, and I'm gonna try and bamf my way out.
Okay. You visualize the throne room, and suddenly you feel your body kind of twist and contort for just a split second as poof, you appear at like the front of where the throne room is, where the bridge leads to that door that you came through originally. And there's a faint smell of brimstone in the air and a little swirl of smoke as you feel the cape lose its almost glisten for this day.
Okay.
Its magical property.
From the shock of this being the first time I've done this, I fumble the lamp a little bit, almost drop it, but
you catch it with a talon as it's hanging over the drop.
Did he drop us?
I'm just gonna say into the lamp. It's fine. Get out. And then I'm gonna start flying forwards again, and just the way that we came in, I'm gonna try and follow the same route out.
Okay. I have to make a decision here.
Why?
Does the lamp count as an extra dimensional space? Does it specify whether the lamp is an extra dimensional space? Like a bag of holding?
It literally says the interior of the vessel is an extra dimensional space.
Okay. You fly across the throne room without issue.
Because the treasure's in the lamp. Yeah, boy.
Well, maybe not the treasure specifically.
Would it have been because if it wasn't an extra dimensional space, I'm technically bamfing more than one person through? Would that have been the issue?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
is there a
It's not
trap? Is there a trap?
Because the lamp counts as an object.
Okay.
Technically, it would be like the bag of holding. Well, it's not really, but it's an object with stuff inside it, so it would still count.
More there's.
Yeah. Nothing happens.
Nah.
You fly across the room. Right, deleting that map. Oh no! Don't tell me I.
Oh, we've ruined an encounter with the lamp.
We're all Allison now.
I just came out.
Oh,
I
no.
just closed roll 20.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. So here we go again.
Sorry, chat. We've ruined the session.
So whilst I sort out these cameras, what's going on in the lamp?
I've got my feet up.
Having a kiki. Cocktails.
What is happening?
Yeah, I've got
There you go.
grapes. I'm eating some grapes. I've got my feet up.
Storm's
chilling.
just muttering to himself, quite pissed off. Like,
You hear Gaiac from outside go, "Arr!" And then you hear him kind of, Arya, you hear him say shit in Oren as he almost drops the lamp off the edge.
I actually change into the exact same outfit, but just a bit cleaner. Just having a good old rest in there.
He's got a wardrobe filled with the exact same outfit.
Do you want to see the wardrobe?
Yes.
I should. You may have glimpsed it before, and I opened like a little door, and there's just like 20 or so of the same outfit.
Yeah. I want to try one on.
Go for it. It's a bit. I mean, I don't know if it fits you very well. It's tailored perfectly for Zuko's size. Oh no.
Uh-oh, what's happening?
My roll 20 is being a bit weird now.
Yeah, your camera's gone for me.
I see a
Oh
constipation.
god, yeah. Try reconnecting. If you right click on someone's profile, you can do reconnect all, and it might work. Sorry about that, everyone.
Face. I'm so sorry.
When you come out, but get a picture of constipated Jack Black and say what?
Someone
I
comes
love it.
fresh into the stream and they just see
Jack Black's face.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Oh god, I shouldn't have done that. Whoops. Oh no, Mitch's camera's like 100% gone for me.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's not reconnecting for me either.
I've refreshed my whole page as well.
Oh no, there he
Oh,
is.
there we go. There we go.
There we go.
We love it.
Love to see it. Oh,
Alright.
there he is.
Sorry about that.
As I get up to the top, I want to look at the skeleton. They did take the armor off the skeleton, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you picked
Very
it up
cool.
before we went down, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so the armor is off the skeleton, and so you fly across the throne room bridge and make it to the door without issue.
Seems too easy. But I'm gonna walk through the door.
It wasn't locked as far as I remember. Or trapped.
As far as I'm aware, you left it open.
Yeah, I
I
think.
don't think you closed it.
Yeah.
So you're able to fly across.
I yell out to Gaiac before he starts flying and say, "Remember the giant killer spider."
Well, unfortunately, you are inside the lamp.
You hear
So you can say that out loud.
Ken say he can't hear us.
I thought you said we could still communicate.
No, we can hear him. He
But
can't,
he can't hear us.
Would somebody like to go out and see where we are?
Will we be able to come back in though?
No.
Let's just give it a while. I believe in him.
Yeah, in case he's flying, we could end up down.
Yes, yes.
So he just flying along. He just hears this scream, looks down, and sees someone falling.
Onto a wyvern core.
Oh, I've
believe in
never
him.
added a new sheet to someone's journal quicker, to be honest.
Let's have a face.
While we're in here, should we divvy out the treasure?
Alistair is going to look after it. He is going to be our treasurer.
Oh, we're having treasures now, I see.
Yes, I think if we're going to be traveling together, we might as well have all our money in one place.
Are you going to factor in that?
That some
I
people are terrible.
He's broke as fuck.
Yes, but that is the point. If you need money, you go to Alastrine and say, Alastrine, I need something for this, and he will give it to you.
Careful, those book supplies are awful expensive.
They are, and I'm thinking we may need to contact Arilla.
Why?
The orb, of course.
Oh, of course. She will want to know about that.
Having thoughts on where her allegiances lie, though. You know, she didn't say she was with the Golden Empire, but
She's definitely not with the Institute, so that's good in my book.
the Golden Empire is a different head of a serpent.
These empires and rulers, it is also delightfully foreign to me. What is the benefit of it all?
Domination. To them, and only them. It benefits.
And are you all a part of a dominating empire?
I
No.
suppose
No.
technically we originate from there.
Interesting. I'm still finding my feet here. It's not been that long. I think I may have spent more time in the sewers than I have anywhere else, really.
It's an interesting part of the material plane, I must say.
It's not my favorite part just yet.
Oh. You
Well,
have plenty of time to discover it.
I wonder where Father is. He must be busy. He's not always here. He's, you know, a busy man.
Of doing genie things?
Yes, whatever that is. I don't really know what he does.
I think it's so cool that your father is a genie.
I mean, it is pretty cool. But
I'm curious as, I mean, this may be a bit forward, but are you sure he's your father?
sorry.
Because his lower half is made of smoke. How would he, like,
That's what he thinks.
God.
That is disgusting.
I've been hanging around Aria for far too long. My
I
mind
mean,
goes-
he has a good point. Like, how does he, do the deed?
You could ask him, not me.
Is he around? I want to ask him.
He's not around. I must be here.
Oh my god.
When he comes back, I'm going to ask him.
Please don't ask him that.
I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him.
And you're never coming in my lamp again.
I'm going to ask him.
I could make you. I could pop you out right now if I wanted to.
Do you know your mother, Tuko?
Oh, yes. What's your damage, Zuko? Tell us.
No, I never met her.
Mommy issue, then?
No, I don't have much of an issue with it. Should I?
Do you have an issue with your father?
Should I?
Yeah, let's just say that if you did, you would fit in very well with this group.
Hold on. Just because our company is riddled with parental issues doesn't mean this gentleman is.
You have a healthy
more-
relationship with your parents?
We met a mere 48 to 70 hours ago. Let's just take it a little slow. Okay? Take me to dinner first.
Sure, if you want to talk.
Yes, I would like to talk, yes. Talking is nice. But, we are in a life or death situation right now, and Gaia could be dead. I've not been listening. You've been distracting me.
While this conversation's going on, Gaiax started singing to himself in Orin.
Life is like a hurricane.
It's just, it just sounds like this weird mix between singing and whistling, and he's singing a nice little song in Orin as he's on his lonesome.
Beatboxes.
Does he do that often?
He thinks we don't notice when we're at camp, but yes, But it will
I mean,
come up.
Gaiac has probably forgotten that you said you can hear him.
I've always
Yeah,
wondered
absolutely.
about doing a duet with him with my ocarina.
I think that is a great idea.
That sounds delightful.
Who needs a bard?
We are the bard.
So meanwhile, outside the lamp, Gaiac, you've come to that nexus point again. Oh no, here we go. What do you want to do? You're at that intersection of sorts.
Wait, what intersection was this?
So it's the intersection where, on the north side there is a hallway that led towards the Royal Forge. To the south is where that crumpled hallway was. It's the hole in the ceiling with that strange like web or glue or something that's coming down, and then directly in front of you is that half like wedged open door that leads into the main bridge that fell apart.
Okay, so the way out is the main bridge, right?
It's the way that you came from.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go that way.
Okay. Are you avoiding the?
I'm avoiding the webs.
Okay.
I am avoiding them like the plague.
Okay. You take a wide berth around them and get back to the door that leads to the chamber hall place that has the bridge that extends out 400 foot to the other edge, but of course almost all of it is now crumpled and lying in ruin at the bottom of this cavern.
Oh no.
Okay, so I'm gonna take off, start flying again, and go towards the little hole that we came in from, looking out below as well to make sure nothing's still big and alive in here.
So as you exit out into the cavern, before you take flight, you can feel like a vibration, almost like a little bit like an earthquake.
I'm gonna look over the edge and see if anything's going on below.
Roll me a perception check. Disadvantage.
Oh wait, actually, what's the thing for the? I want to use the drift globe. I want to cast daylight just so I can see everything.
Okay. What the effects of daylight again? It is.
I don't know. It just says daylight. It doesn't give me the.
It's basically the spell daylight.
Yeah.
Let's get that up just to
nice.
double check. I think it's pretty powerful. Sorry, chat. 60-foot sphere, radius sphere of light. Okay. So the light does not hit all the way towards the bottom.
Okay.
Which you can barely see, just like the faint reflections of light on that smooth metal surfaces. Roll me another perception check. Wait, did you roll?
I didn't roll the original one. I was just like, I'll cast daylight and.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll me a perception check now. I thought the rolls weren't coming through then.
Oh god, only 12.
Even with advantage, a 12. So you glance down. It just looks like an uneven surface, a rocky cavern. The best you could come to the conclusion is it's a room that the walls and everything fell apart in, or it was just not even designed as a proper chamber with just a bridge across. But the origin of the vibrations you do not see. And then after a few moments they pass.
Okay, the duration of daylight's an hour, right?
I just closed it, but I think it
is. So I'll keep that up for the time being. I'm just going to very cautiously, looking down, keeping an eye on everything with the orb still glowing, fly over towards the tunnel that we came in through.
Okay. So you fly up and over the drop towards the metal grate. Nothing attacks you on the way. No other wyverns appear from the...
Thank God, don't
from
fight
the
them
walls.
solo.
And eventually you get to that hole that is above the metal grate along the north side of the cavern.
Okay, I'm gonna push the drift globe in and follow it in. Go up.
Okay.
Start making my way through that. Making my way.
It definitely has been 10 minutes by this point.
So I'm gonna do some hit dice and get my spell slots back.
Absolutely. It would have been 10 minutes before he even got to the top, to be honest.
Oh, awesome.
I'm gonna arcane recovery as well.
Not great.
Short rest.
Okay, yeah, everyone
Let's
can
go.
take a short rest if you wish. And just, if anyone is interested in the chat, they get a 10-minute short rest because of a genie thing.
Because we're in my bowl.
So powerful.
So, you push into the tunnel. Let's call it a tunnel. It is very uneven. Water is still sloshing down and hitting past you at this point.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be doing a similar thing of like, I know you said it was too thin to fly in, right? But I'm just gonna be trying to use my wings to help me navigate, if that makes any difference.
Okay.
And start, trying to like climb my way up.
Okay, yeah, you are being bombarded with water at this point. Roll me an athletics check.
Okay.
And
Oh,
yeah, I'm not going to give you advantage on this with it. It's gonna still be at a disadvantage
Okay.
because you are fighting against the current. So you try to push up, but you get like maybe 5.5 feet, something like that. You climb up a ridge, but then there's just a gush that's just hitting at you, and it is threatening to push you down again. I need you to make me a dex saving throw, please.
Dex save.
Okay, you
Big sorry.
you feel yourself almost get knocked off the edge, but you extend your wings as they clasp onto the well, not clasp, but like wedge against the two walls, and they stop you from getting pushed down. And using your claws, you manage to dig into the wall and get yourself into just a corner edge. You're still being hit across the top half with water, but you're not being pushed down.
Nice. I'm just gonna keep pushing, keep trying to climb. Click.
Okay, roll me another athletics check. Okay, I need you to make me another dex save as you push up another lip, and suddenly there's a particular wave of water that almost knocks you all the way back. Wow,
What the
amazing!
heck?
Amazing!
Wow.
Can we appreciate that both rolls were the same? A natural 20 and a 16,
Yeah.
then a natural 20 and a 16
Hell yeah.
on those two rolls. Amazing. So you continue to climb up, getting knocked back, but once again you dig your claws in. I'm going to say you take a single point of bludgeoning damage as you have to dig your claws in to the point where you can feel them like going tender. You know when you dig your nails into something, it's just painful. It's sort of similar with your talons right now.
You know, I just realised I haven't been cast in
Guidance.
guidance. Yeah,
Yeah.
You. Oh.
I just forget that. Out of stress.
Stop that
Okay.
shit, Sam.
I'm gonna keep going if I can.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Roll me another athletics check.
Okay, guidance this time.
Okay.
Athletics. Might as well
Okay.
use it.
24
Okay,
again.
this time a 24 in total. So at this time you've kind of got used to the current, and you begin to trudge your way up further and further and further. You begin to see, like, it's difficult because you can't exactly see it, but you begin to recognise bits of the wall. You recognise a bit where Alice just slammed into it last time.
It's just an Alistair butt print.
Yeah, there's just a butt print of Alistair on there. I need you to make me one final athletics check.
Okay, I'm gonna be constantly guidancing myself now.
Okay.
Wow.
Might as
okay.
well.
At
20
20
Okay.
Sick.
Yeah.
The exact
You
same
to the
number
water,
as-
so close to the end, you dig your claws in and begin to just pull yourself up. There's a bit where the water no longer is filling the whole wall, and you manage to climb to the almost to the ceiling of the tunnel, and crawling like a spider, using your wings to try and maintain the balance and not slip off on
It's
the very
Minecraft spider noise.
wet water. Yeah. Insert that.
Really bad.
You really do need Ben. And then eventually, you manage to climb out back into the room where you had originally come down through. The mutilated corpse is still kind of floating in the water, bloated.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a moment, just like lean against the wall, and I'm gonna second wind because I still have that.
Okay.
It's only give me 5 plus 15. 59. And I'm gonna get out of the water. I'm gonna fly and keep just go back out through that door. Keeping an eye on the corpses, making sure none of them are still moving because I don't want to deal with that.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way through. There's no issue. They don't return to life. Most of them are like obliterated, so even if they did, they wouldn't do much. Heading out towards the hallway, the door's still open as it was before. In fact, actually, I think it was fully off its hinges, right? Because you suctioned it off.
yeah.
It's open.
Octopus
The water level's still the same.
Who's sucking what off?
And on that bombshell, you head into the hallway.
What's he got in his mind
And-
today?
I know what's going on. This is new Jack. Who this?
But yeah, I'm just as always just gonna keep going. I just want to get out at this point.
All right. Yeah. So you follow the hallway back up towards the entrance hall, and you find yourself at the very start of this, of these ruins, or at least this portion of the ruins that you found yourself in.
Okay, I just turn around, take a quick glance at everything, spit out the blood that's filling my beak, and fly up and is it basically just a straight shot through and out now back up into Deep Bay, or is there still like a way to travel through?
So, well, you're not out of the actual underground yet. You're just at the entrance hall. So there's a short hallway that breaches into another cave without any water that leads back up into the crevasse, which is where you came through. So you can continue up there.
Yeah.
I was just giving you the option in case you wanted to do
Yeah.
anything at the front. So if you wish to, you can continue through that hallway, back through the tunnel. At this point, the journey will be about half an hour. You guys would have been travelling for some time here. And as you come out into the crevasse, you can see the grey, stormy clouds above you through the tiny slit of the crevasse. And a little bit of sunshine. It appears to be very, very early in the morning.
Okay.
At
this point, I'm gonna stop daylight as well if it's still going.
Okay. It would still be going, so the daylight shuts off on the drift globe. You might need to travel a little bit, but you can probably fly out pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Fairly
keep
easily.
flying out, and then as soon as I'm out and there's even ground, I'm just gonna land and collapse for a second and catch my breath.
Alright, you do so. You fly to the top, getting onto the rocky lip that looks down, and just kind of collapse onto the ground. The sea water, the sea air filling your nostrils with that salty seaweed smell. You hear the sounds of ship bells dinging as you look to the side and see the harbour port of Copper. I think it's Copper.
Oh my god,
It's
Alastrine.
blurred out.
Look at her.
Look at that!
Copperport to the east. You see ships docking in there, and the city alive.
Can we hear this on the
Back on the
inside
top.
of the lamp as well?
I mean, you probably hear a faint, the
Seagulls.
faint sound,
As
and
I'm
the
laying
ocean
there.
air.
As I'm laying there, I'll just grab the lamp, and I kind of like don't know what to do with it, so I just like tap it and smack it a little bit, and I'm like, you can come out.
Is there like an earthquake inside here when he does that?
Have you seen no. He wants us to come out, so. But if you want, we could stay in here for a little longer. and just make him take us all the way back.
I mean, that is genius, but I think that we should.
Say no more. And we all appear on the grass around you, Gaiac.
I am so tempted to make you roll a d100 to see who ends up flying out over the edge.
Slide down the cliff back into the crevasse.
Wouldn't have gone near the edge.
As you all appear around me, I just drop the lamp and I'm just laying there, exhausted.
Drop it!
If anyone,
Put it round my
the
neck.
moment someone falls down.
Oh, no way.
Oh my god.
Yes, the Wilhelm scream is on Sirenscape.
Oh my god.
Of course.
I'm gonna lie
It's
down.
everywhere.
Sorry, I had to do that.
Oh.
When all else perishes, that scream will remain.
1,000 years from now, when aliens are put into the rest of the civilization.
Planet Earth explodes. That is the noise from here.
That is so true.
As I see Gaiac just laying there, just kind of catch his breath, I'm just gonna go lay down as well and just be like, "Ooh, but that was an adventure.
Fun.
We got some good stuff."
Yes.
He kind of like you kind of like lay on my wing a little bit, and I just flop out from underneath you and lay it on top of you.
Oh, very nice.
Nice little blanket.
Feathers are beautiful.
You're not the first one to compliment them.
Oh,
I know.
I'm sure. I'm gonna try and pluck just one.
No. As soon as I feel a slight bit of pressure, I just lift it up and I go to slap him.
Sorry, I'll get one
Push the
eventually.
hand away.
Are you satisfied with your Prince Zuko adventure? Treasure? Danger? I look over at Gaiac. Romance?
Please tell me where the romance was.
It's only just begun, my friend.
That was
Well-
almost a meal.
I just sit back up and pop up. We should go and get a drink.
You certainly
Yes,
deliver on your promises for, well, that's for
Well.
sure.
My contact was a very reliable gentleman.
Who was your contact?
Oh, some fellow, a dwarfen man.
Do you know this dwarven man's name?
No, he worked on the docks down here. I think he'd spotted the crevasse on his journeys in and out of the copper port. And then I got wrapped up in that whole murder thing. So,
Inconvenient, yes.
yeah,
I just regret not examining the source of that creature's power. Only seen lightning strikes once, like that. That was in the Junelands.
and where were they from then?
They were from a very special place. A place where there is an endless storm on a peak.
That sounds fascinating.
Yeah, it's called Pieco de Chispa.
I would love to visit one day.
I would too. It's been a long time. I've heard recent knowledge as well that there is actually an artifact there of interest. Not for you though, for me.
Well, we could do a little like my turn, your turn situation on the powerful artifacts. I'd be willing to. I mean, you know, if we ever have to work together again, of course.
I could get down with this arrangement.
Good.
So, now having got to the top of the crevasse and back into the vicinity of Deep Bay, what do you wish to do? Where are you going?
I feel like we should go somewhere to sell these jewels.
Should we open like an account?
Can we please go somewhere to rest first?
Right, but if we do, it's called the Bank of Alistair.
Yes. I think Ayak could do with a little bit of a rest. I'll lay down.
Gadoosh.
Zuko,
Yes?
what is next for you now?
Well, I was hoping we could all go and get a drink and just debrief, I suppose.
Sure. We should probably go and meet back up with Alastrine. Away
Yes,
from her for a while.
should probably be back at the I don't even remember where we were staying.
She'll want to know about this as well. Alright,
Okay.
I'm gonna start walking back.
Yeah, I stand up with a
Alright.
groan. Start
follow.
heading back.
Start heading over, yeah.
Alright, so you begin to head back towards Deep Bay, more specifically the direction of the exchange. Just to clarify, are you heading straight back to the tavern or looking to the shops in the exchange, which will be passing?
Is it a new day?
It is a new day, yes.
Has it been
technically
5
is.
days since I asked for my ring to be made? lost
It
track.
has been. I haven't. It technically it would be tomorrow. Would be the day your ring is done.
Okay.
Running close.
Yes.
Pick it up on the way out. I think we were talking about leaving, weren't we?
Okay. So you head back in that direction, and as you, Fera Carta, begin to make your way in there. Meanwhile, at Castle Waterdeep. No, Deep Bay. I always get them mixed up. Totally not one inspired by the other. And that was one I was specifically thinking, don't say the other one. Don't say the other one. Don't say the other
Oh,
one.
Magical City. Yeah, this makes sense now. I didn't see that.
God damn it, the secrets have been revealed.
What? Yeah, there was an illusion now. I didn't see through it.
Although, you know, if you look into it, they are very, very different cities. That's a different universe. Meanwhile, in our Castle Deep Bay, Eridel is inside the highest tower with the woman that she believes to be her mother. So Eridel, we pick
What's
up
that supposed to mean?
where we were
Believed to be.
last time. Look, if I don't say anything in certainty. Eridel,
Yar.
the conversation has just happened. Belinda sits there, looking at you, waiting for some sort of response, just to eagerly await something.
Eridel kind of sits there with her head in her hands. And then she looks up and she says, "Is there any symptoms that maybe show that it's about to come out?"
Well, first you will lose portions of your mind, and then control of your body, and then the transformation will begin. But that will not happen so long as you train.
And how am I to train without you?
There is only so much one can impart on a student before they have to take the journey themselves, enter their own mind, dissect it, train it, strengthen it.
You know what? I just realised that I don't want to talk about this with you. She's gonna stand up and then kind of make her way to the door and then turn back and say, "Wait, there's something else we need to discuss." the matter of what we're going to do about Sindri.
Indeed.
I can't tell those who I'm travelling with about any of this. Some of them are stupidly moral about things. I'm going to have to lie to them, and in order to do that, I'm going to need you to help me.
Help you how?
The way that I plan to get rid of Sindri is to draw the vampires, which, by the way, you have a vampire problem, to the surface. If that is successful, and we draw the vampires to the surface, me and the people who I'm travelling with will be able to hopefully kill the vampire. I'm hoping that you can convince Theodore to be in the right place at the right time so that he can be hailed as a hero. So to distract the people from the fact that he let a vampire slip into Deep Bay. If that goes successfully, I'm planning to plant some evidence on Sindri that implicates him that he knew all about the vampire in the city and did nothing about it because he didn't think it would be a problem.
What sort of evidence?
Perhaps a fake diary entry. Some notes on the happenings of Deep Bay.
It would have to be incredibly skilled. If someone were to uncover that that was indeed false, then a further investigation would be undertaken, would it not?
True. How else do we implicate Sindri then? Is the mere presence of vampires enough for him to be disgraced?
Perhaps. Perhaps we should discuss it with your servants.
Hmm?
I told you they won't agree to it.
Aradel, I can sense that you have feelings for these people. And if you do, with such a trained mind as I have made sure exists in that skull of yours, then how could they resist such emotion? Untrained minds. They clearly care about you, and if they care about you, they would do whatever it takes to ensure that no harm comes to you.
So you're asking me to manipulate them?
Yes.
Right. Goodbye. Thank you for the training. She's just gonna leave.
She just looks at you. Stern look. Says no words, just watches you leave, and as you pass through the door and close it, she's gone. And you begin your descent, unless there is anything you wish to do.
Nope. I'm gonna go back to the tavern.
Alright, you very, very quickly leave the tower, winding your way down, and retrace the steps that you were guided there, and very quickly walk out into the courtyard and, by extension, the portcullis and bridge out of the castle. And with that, winding down the trail across the cliffs through the gates of the rise and back through the exchange. As you step out into the fresh air, it's a cool morning, and despite the greyness in the sky, you can tell that it is fairly early. The sun is about behind you as you come out, and it's a bit of a somber day as you descend through the city, and that was the accurate use of the word descend. So the rest of you, just to clarify, because that conversation was about 20 minutes ago and I've already forgotten, are you heading towards the tavern or towards some of the shops?
The tavern.
Yes.
Okay. So as you wind your way through and come upon the road that meets from the rise up towards the tavern, you're pretty sure you see Alastrine walking from the direction of where the rise is across towards the Wayfinder's Rest. What do you wish to do?
Are we even ready to see her? After,
Oh shit.
you know,
What do you mean?
well, I don't know when the last time you saw her was, but last time I saw her, she was about to throw in with her with a deal.
We
Deal,
have to
though.
see her sooner or later.
What was that?
Waystorm, didn't it?
We have to see her sooner or later.
I know. She just seemed very adamant.
I don't mean to speak out of line, but it has been a few days. Things change. She might have thought about whatever it is that is upsetting you, and you never know. You can't avoid it, Storm.
I'm not one to avoid it. I just,
Good.
I don't know.
Why don't we go and talk to her and see what happens?
At this point, she's kind of disappearing back towards the Wayfinder's Rest around the corner of the buildings.
Seems like we're going to the same place, is it not?
Yes, let's go, guys.
Okay. Are you tempted to catch up with her?
I think we'll just meet her in there.
Alright. So, Eridel, you continue on towards the Wayfinder's Rest, eventually coming upon it, a couple of patrons bursting out in the morning, and you step into not a particularly busy morning. There's only 3 or 4 patrons in there, most of them eating breakfast, warm meal. One of them clearly has a flagon of ale, early morning drinkers. But as you step through, what do you wish to do?
Step inside. And we've already stepped inside. Yeah, I couldn't hear that.
Do I get there before or after them?
So Eridel gets there before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's going on with the
It
music?
was Mos Eisley canteen music, and I was like,
Okay. Yeah, I think the Sirenscape is lagging the stream again. No idea why. Whenever I change the sound or the music, it like blasts the
oh
stream.
yeah, it's so choppy.
Weird.
Yeah, it got all right a minute ago, but it's whenever I change the music. So, oh well. There's nothing I can do about it midstream. So, either way, Eridel steps in first. What do you wish to do, Eridel?
I'm gonna kind of scan the room, see if they're back.
Okay. Yeah, you glance across. Of the few patrons that are there, you do not see your companions.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'm gonna head up to the room.
Okay. A few moments later, as Alastrine / Eridel heads up towards the room at the back, the rest of you step through the door.
So, drinks?
Yes. Sounds delightful.
You would immediately notice that she's not sat in here.
Shall I go see if she's in her room?
Or not?
Do we want her here for this discussion?
Why would we not want to?
Don't know, just getting a feeler for the group's feelings. I will go and see if she's in her room.
Yes. Fetch her immediately.
Yes.
She must drink with us.
I will. You can count on me.
Good.
Gonna go get her.
Okay. So as Arya follows up towards where Eridel may or may not have gone, the rest of you still in the tap room. What are your plans?
Getting some ales in.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk to the closest table and just kind of collapse. Just sit down
Okay.
and collapse the table.
You find so just a reminder that this tavern is kind of like a spiraled, almost like a spiraled staircase, but flatter that heads up. So you go over to like on the lowest level where the bar is. You clamber up to a booth that has a window looking out over the bottom of the exchange, some of the houses below. Most of your view is roof and then the craggy dock beyond.
Yeah, I just kind of like
A few patters of rain hit the windows. It is beginning to fall, beginning to have a little bit of light rainfall, but you collapse in there.
I just like knock my head against the window and I'm just like staring out, kind of propped up against the wall.
So the rest of you grab a few drinks. There'll be 4 copper each.
I'll pay. I'm gonna buy all 7.
All right, go right ahead.
I am okay for ale. I do not drink.
I'll have yours.
You are more than welcome.
So the bartender behind is just pouring like 7 ales out on different drafts, puts them onto a tray and gives them to you. So, Arya,
Yes.
you head up the room. Actually, I should ask Alastrine first. I'm always going to say Alastrine now. Eridel, you follow up to the room and head inside. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna bury my face in the pillow on the bed. I'm just gonna like.
Okay. A few moments go by and you hear the door open again as Arya steps through and you see Alastrine lying on your bed with her face buried in the pillow.
That bad, huh?
Eridel kind of like looks up and she like pauses for a second and she just like stares at Arya for a minute. She just is like lost in thought, just like staring at her. And she doesn't say anything.
Something on my face.
She doesn't say anything. She's just staring at you. She's gonna kind of stand up very warily and like, you know, just very like gently like touch your face.
So, you know, you can move, that's a good sign. But what's wrong with this?
With what? Sorry?
This?
My mouth?
Yes.
What's wrong with it? What are you talking about?
I asked you if you were okay, you just kind of stared at me.
Oh. I'm fine. Nice trip.
Very nice. In fact, do you want to come down? You can see what we got up to.
Yes, I will.
Sure. You...
Yes, fine. I just need a drink. Yep, I just need a drink.
Insight check.
Okay, yeah, roll an insight check. And Alastrine, roll a d20 and add your deception or persuasion modifier, depending.
Hold on. Oh no. Oh, okay, it's cool. What's going on?
Is it just
takes time sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a little bit of delay occasionally, isn't there?
Yeah, a little bit. So your insight was a 13. So what's the? We'll take the 9. What's the total?
Yeah.
Persuasion or deception?
The total is. I'm gonna try with persuasion. In the total
Well, it depends
is,
on your.
believe...
Depends if you're lying or not. Is the question.
Right. Okay. I mean, it's the same anyway. Persuasion or deception, it's the same. It would be. I can't do maths. 16.
Okay. She probably just had a long day, Aria.
A drink might help you. Come.
Just gonna follow you downstairs.
Okay. So you return to see the rest of the group in the tap room on the lowest level, with a number of drinks on the table. Gaiak's head kind of wedged on the window, looking out. Eridel, they look bruised and bad for the most part. Gaiak has got dried blood down his front, and a couple of people are looking over to see the bloody group with torn clothes at this point. But you can make your way down to them if you wish.
She literally has the same. She has a really weird look on her face. You know that look where you can tell, you see, like, somebody looks like they're about to, like, burst into tears, but she's also got, like, a very slight smile on her face as well. Like, she's got a lump on her throat, but she's, like, smiling. Like, very, very subtly. And then she just pauses, watches everybody for a moment, and then comes and sits down.
As you sit down, I'll just shove a mug of ale towards you. I don't believe I remember your name. It's been a long, very long couple of days.
Eridel.
Eridel.
Oh shit. Shit. No, that's not my name. Oh fuck.
I immediately look around to see if anyone is listening in.
Roll a perception check.
Ready?
You glance around. I mean, people are already looking over at your group, so it's hard to tell.
If
They're listening in.
If I catch eyes with anyone who's looking at us, I just give the "what you looking at" look, you know.
All right. Yeah, they immediately look away.
Yeah.
It's your name, or it isn't?
Don't call me that. My name's Alastrine.
Yes, I remember Alastrine. Of course, yes. I am Prince Zuko. I crawled through a lot of shit since we last met.
I heard.
In the most literal sense. And then we went and we did a little bit of dungeon delving.
Yes.
And now we're here.
What happened?
Oh, wow.
You got money.
We
got
did.
lots of money. Yes. Finally.
Can I look at Eridel with the, the memory of potentially going into a
Take
deal
a picture. It'll last longer.
with a devil? I wanna see if she looks unchanged in any way.
Roll me.
it could be insight.
Roll me a perception check. I'm gonna go perception on this one because you're yeah.
Perception.
Physically, something that's physically different. Yes.
Yeah, about me, and also just anything from my knowledge.
Yeah, roll me a perception check. Yeah.
Hey.
You look at her. I guess you can see that her demeanor's a little bit different, but like she doesn't look like she's physically taken on any new attributes. No horns protruding. She looks the same for the most part.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit tired and worn out, but yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna take out the little crown that I found down there, and just be like, "Look what I found! We got this, and some other stuff. I'm so excited! I can't wait to show it to my father."
You're showing him the crown? I thought you were going to show him the armor.
But this is so much more impressive, surely.
But the armor... I can't remember. Did we find out if the armor was magical?
I think it was.
Or did we not?
I think you got detect magic on it, but you didn't like identify it.
Right.
You just knew it had some kind of magic on it. I think it was abjuration.
Is this crown magical at all?
Could have a look for you.
Just
Or-
be careful.
Everyone will stay.
Aria is quicker with this.
I pass it over.
Can Storm cast Identify?
Oh, not identify, no. No, I was thinking of detect magic, yeah, no.
I will get out my little pearl. We have magic licenses now, so it's whatever. I'm just gonna start ritually casting Identify.
Okay, as you read out in Abyssal from the book, a couple of people turn around to this very disturbing sound and language. The crown, as you go through the process of identify, is not magical.
It is just a crown, but it is very pretty.
Perhaps I will just wear it.
Eridel's gonna grab it and she's gonna like hold it like in a fist and she's gonna be like, what's it made out of?
I mean, would I pick that up in my Identify? What's it made out of?
It is made of the band that goes around, which is kind of, it's not just like a singular band, it's like woven strands together, almost like a Celtic knot.
Nice.
But it is made out of platinum.
Ooh.
Oh!
And it has little spokes that come out at the top, like as crowns do, like crown crenellations.
Seeing everyone eye up, I'm gonna be like,
that have jewels on them.
Let's not remember all of the other amazing shiny things you all acquired. And I'm gonna try and take it back from Alastrine.
Eridel's like grabbing, like there's this moment where she like looks in your eyes, like she just like stares at you dead in the eyes, and then she like eventually just like lets it go.
Thank you. Plop it on my head. It's mine.
It
Looks very pretty on you.
It's meant to be. It's Christmas.
The tones kind of go with your skin tone really nicely.
It is thematically appropriate, isn't it?
Yes, I think it looks really nice.
Thank you.
So,
Let's take a big drink.
what is next, Fera Carta?
Who?
Fera Carta.
Have I heard that before? I don't know. I must have.
That is us.
Oh,
It is our group.
you guys have a name for your group?
Yes. We have a
So,
name.
And they also have a induction.
what?
Are you thinking what I am thinking, Storm?
I am most definitely not, but if I'm going to undertake it, he has to.
Hang on a moment. I have my own. I don't really, actually, if I'm quite honest. As long as I'll hear you out, and I will make an informed decision.
Well, I mean, I look round to all of my fellow Fera Carta members. I don't know how my companions feel about this, but it was quite fun having you along. If you're not doing anything else, it is just an option. You know, you might have plans. I don't
It's
know.
mutually beneficial because we are always coming into passing with arcane artifacts and such.
We are, yes.
That is certainly useful. If I'm honest, that is only a secondary goal. My primary is simply to grow in experience and achieve greater power, I suppose.
Eridel kind of perks up and is like,
Sorry? Has cat got your tongue? You cut out for me.
oh, sorry. Eridel kind of like looks up at that and is like, she's like, nice one, bro.
Perhaps tell me about this induction then. Is it something completely humiliating and ridiculous? Or is it actually quite fun?
It changes from person to person. I like to tailor the experience for the individual.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. There was no speaking of this. If I had to do this, surely he does.
That is what I'm saying, Storm.
What did they make you do, Storm?
But I'm going to tailor it to Zuka.
Okay.
Wait, what's this?
I've forgotten it as well.
We won't do it right now, but in the coming days, be ready. Okay?
Involves crevices.
What? I wanted to make an informed decision and you leave me hanging with mystery like this.
Oh, but that is the fun of it. Come on.
You're so terribly correct.
Yes, I know.
Okay. I will stick around for a couple of days. And once this challenge or initiation, the opportunity arises, we'll see from there.
Sounds perfect. Any objections, Fera Carta?
Oh, that would be really awkward right now, wouldn't it?
I look around to them all.
Like exhales like he's gonna say something, but then just puts his thumb up and leans back down.
Pat him on the back.
Good. I look forward
How
to
much
many
wealth?
adventures.
oh, sorry.
Oh, boy.
Sorry?
How much wealth did you manage to accumulate then?
Well, and we recite our list to her. A lot. It's a lot.
Damn. That is quite a sizable amount.
And going forward, I keep my ear to the ground, so I might be able to find more leads for more treasure hoards.
So you are
I like
a sniffer dog of sorts for treasure.
It's a bit of an unpleasant comparison, if I'm honest. But yes, more or less.
I like
If it
to
makes you
get-
feel any better, I love dogs. So
That
What
does.
happened to
Do
the
you?
rock? actually?
Speaking of, where is your mat?
Up in the bedroom maybe.
yeah.
Great.
Funny, like
Where is my dog?
I have not seen it in a
But
while.
you see, this is the problem, right? Because
Yeah.
Jester got away with it because it was a weasel she could keep in there and just bring out whenever anyone made a
I
reference to
keep
it. You have a
forgetting about
dog.
the dog. I keep forgetting about it. It
It's
just
like
It was a
Yeah,
birthday
animal
present as well.
companion.
Just have it in her boobs.
Well, where's
it's that big.
Wait, is it still alive? I thought that thing had died.
It's in the room.
You have
It's in the room.
a dog?
Yes, it is
Yes.
a very
Certainly.
quiet thing. We sometimes so quiet we forget it is there.
I've never pet a dog. Could I meet it?
Wow.
Awesome.
Oh. Wow.
You can tell right now.
Eridel really does not want to talk about the dog, because in her mind, she's still got that image in her head. So she's like,
could I, like, pet it a little? Or maybe it's not a good time. Is it sleeping? Okay then. On to the next thing. What on earth does a Fera Carta do? Like, what is a...
That is a good question. What do we do? Well, I tell you what we don't do. We don't do bank heists. What? What?
Oh.
I didn't say that. What?
Okay, that's
we
fine.
don't do thievery of any kind, because
No, gosh,
somehow...
no, we are honest workers, please.
And we certainly don't try and stab each other in the back.
No, we don't do that. This is a
This
safe
sounds like-
space, Zuko, okay?
These sound like solid ground rules.
Does Storm say that to anybody in particular? Does he look at anyone?
He looks at you.
You dick!
Okay, I'm sensing a little tension. I mean, look, I'm more or less a third party here. I could be a mediator of sorts if you like.
A mediator.
I don't want to overstep my boundaries, of
That
course.
is exactly what this group needs.
But I don't have a favorite yet. I may have a little inkling of who it might be, but I don't have a favorite just yet. So I'm fully unbiased.
Like you, Zuko, I want you to come along with us.
I think you'll be a fine addition to our band of misfits.
Good. Very well then. A toast to new beginnings.
Yes. Cheers.
And final ends.
This now leaves the
Finish up that
question
drink.
of what is our next step. We are kind of done here, yes?
They fit, right?
Well, actually, there's a small problem that we should deal with.
What?
Remember the vampire we killed?
Mm-hmm.
There's a bigger problem that we should probably deal with.
What?
What could possibly be bigger than what we're dealing with now?
The fact that there's a vampire that turned her into a vampire, so...
He's left the city.
Hmm?
He left the city, didn't he? We were told by Theodore that he left the city. Or was it by Lady Willowdraft? I wrote someone told us about this.
Some doctor, it was, correct?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Was that what you wanted to discuss with us about this vampire doctor?
Well, surely there's more. Surely he wouldn't just turn one person and then leave.
Has there been any murders that fit the bill as to what we experienced before and what I got tangled up in? That could be a place to start.
I don't know if we should be going down that road again. It seemed to get a bit
Well, we can't
tense
leave.
for a lot of
I
us.
mean, the bastard did nearly get me thrown into a jail cell. I did have to spend a night in that awful sticky room. I'd like some payback.
And I don't like being watched. And the longer we spend in this city, I feel ethereal eyes on us.
Interesting.
Etherealize.
Magic.
Well, yes, we've been being watched by your stepfather.
Don't call him that.
I've already expressed to you, Alastrine, that I will. I'll keep word on my promise and not attempt anything rash. But I will not work with him, and I will not stay here any longer.
See, like this vampire problem. It's caused too much friction in this group, and there are, as we have seen, there are monster hunters that can deal with it. Why should we have to deal with it?
Yes, too many chefs can often spoil the broth.
Sindri's
There you
going to
go.
try and bring the Golden Empire to Deep Bay.
What?
Okay, again, looking round to see if anyone's watching our table.
Okay, roll me a perception check again.
I'm gonna cast.
13.
I'm gonna cast the invisibility.
You absolutely can.
Strike my blade. Lights go up. Look around.
Okay. Aria, look around immediately. Everyone else seems to be kind of more involved in their own shit at the moment, having their breakfast, drinking with some friends in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see anyone tuning in.
Perhaps we
that to
should
me?
take this upstairs.
Was that to me?
I know that was to Aria. So I'd like you to roll me a perception check, please.
Perception. Because it's Sword's Law that I mentioned that we've been being watched, and we are being watched right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great spell, to be honest.
I'm kind of wondering if even it does. Oh, 14. If this spell.
You look around. You do not see the orb, like that kind of like glowy light that you've seen before. You do not see that or anything like that. No other invisible eyes looking at you
Okay, cool.
that you can see anyway.
That's good to hear. It's a great spell, yeah. Well, we're not being watched now.
I don't want to talk about these kind of things here, though.
And if what you're suggesting is true, then this is serious.
This is quite sensitive information then.
Yes, shall we go up to one of the rooms?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to ours. And I'm gonna get up.
Okay, you taking your drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So grabbing your drinks, you make your way through the tap room and up to the stairs that lead up to the hallway in which your room is at, Aria and Eridel. And without issue, you have to pass a couple of people in the corridor, but eventually make it to your room and head inside.
Okay. Let's try this again.
As you walk into the room, Zuko, you see the dog kind of curled up on the rug by the fire, which is now just a mere ember.
Dog?
Yeah, the dog. Has he been there for that long?
Oh no!
Why?
I'm gonna like go over to the dog immediately and just like look at it. Oh my!
It's like a small grey shaggy dog, if I remember correctly. Right, Eridel?
It's like a
Yeah.
Oh my!
It is a little bit, yeah.
I love him. I'm gonna give him a little
He
stroke.
looks up to you as kind of he hears you approach, looks up with like tired eyes up at you, the fur slightly matted around its mouth, as it looks up at you as you approach, and as you go down to stroke it, it kind of as it like licks your arm as you begin to stroke.
I'm gonna fuss him, yeah, this whole time.
He loves the attention that he has not been getting at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
He curls up
I'm
next
so
to you.
sorry.
Never get a dog.
Never get a pet in D&D.
I like to him come sit in my lap as I sit cross-legged on the floor.
You guys learned that very quickly, didn't you?
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, Curry was kind of looked after, but until she got eaten by rats.
We're not looking after it on purpose, so we don't go through that same emotional heartbreak.
Yeah, exactly.
Get ready, motherfuckers, because here I come.
Also, Curry was useful at that point, right? Because she actually had a stat block that could do something.
Yeah, I'm still in the process of training Eobrook, so...
Yep.
Right.
So anyway, you the rest of you are able to get into the room without issue, and Zuko is fussing over the dog.
Even better than I thought it would ever be.
So, who'd you hear this from then?
I'm gonna go and lay on your
Well.
bed, by the way.
Nice.
Where's
Cool.
that funny?
Well, if you must know, while you were off gallivanting, I was talking with my mother.
Ah. And she told you that the Golden Empire are making a move into Deep Bay?
Well, not yet. But if we allow Sindri to continue here, then that is very likely. I learnt some information about Sindri, that he is a previously disgraced member of the Golden Empire. Before I go any further, we might just want to check if we are being observed.
I'm already on it. I'll look around this room
Okay.
anyway.
You do not see anything.
Okay.
I keep an eye on the entrance to the door because there's that bit of light that goes underneath the doorway. I'm trying to see if there's any shadows in it impeding the light, so that there's sort of
Absolutely. Roll me a perception check.
Paranoid bunch, aren't we?
Who wants to?
with reason.
I go to Gaiak. You have something that belongs to me.
Oh yeah, he
Keep an eye out.
he props himself up on the bed, unties it, and throws it over to you, and then just
Thank
collapses
you
back down
very
on your
much,
bed.
my darling.
As you get the cloak back, Arya, I'm gonna say, and you have something that belongs to me. And I reach my hand out and gesture as the talisman around your neck, which I'd given you,
Oh
sort of,
yes,
turns to liquid gold and floats its way back towards me.
that's pretty cool.
And I put that back on.
I like
In
that.
fact, it rejoins into the lamp and becomes part of the lamp again.
Oh wow, nice.
If anybody requires that going forward, it is
was
something
most
we can
useful.
discuss.
Yes. Anyway, better than Torn.
He's a previously disgraced member of the Golden Empire. He was... what was it called? There was a city. He was posted there and it got destroyed because of his negligence. And now he's in Deep Bay, looking for a chance to redeem himself. And unfortunately, as we broke into his house, he saw one of my psionic daggers. And as Storm will well know, the Golden Empire does not take kindly to psionics.
Many people do not.
Doesn't matter. You're not a member of the Golden Empire.
Doesn't matter.
So what are you suggesting?
We have to get rid of Sindri.
I thought he was already the ambassador to the Golden Empire. Already, no?
In Deep Bay, yes.
So if he's an ambassador, why is he disgraced?
I think what Alison's trying to say is that
He was posted at a different city, and that city got destroyed because of his negligence. He was given a
Quite.
second chance here.
It's quite an insult for a magistrate to be posted this far west.
It doesn't change the fact that he needs to be gone.
So you want us to be Theodore's weapons again?
This isn't about Theodore.
Theodore invited them in here. Why can't he deal with them anyway?
The Golden Empire invited themselves in here.
If I remember from our conversation that he invited them in to trade. Because no one else would trade with them.
You know what, Storm? Fine. I'll be captured by the Golden Empire and executed.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Or we could just leave.
They'd find us.
Who's they?
The Golden Empire. If Sindri told them, they would come here and they might see the city as tainted and take over. That would mean that we would have a far worse problem dealing with Theodore than in the Golden Empire. Remember, Storm, you are a terrorist and on the run from them, so they could very well catch up to you.
I don't really fancy my chances against the Golden Empire, let alone him. Do you know what kind of magician it takes to scribe this spell, disintegrate?
I'm not saying we have to fight him. I'm not saying we have to fight him. I'm saying we have to find a way to get rid of him.
What will getting rid of him specifically accomplish?
Well, it will mean that the Golden Empire doesn't come to Deep Bay and take over.
Right.
He'll still
But-
know that you are a psionic, though.
Yes, but if he's disgraced, then
More
the Golden
reason-
Empire...
More reason to tell them.
Exactly. But why would they believe a man who's been disgraced? Why would they believe somebody who is desperately clawing at ways to redeem themselves?
Do I know anything about this city that he destroyed? Would I have heard of it?
Run me a history check. I'm going to give you disadvantage on this one.
This
This is something you would. I really do not think you would know. This is like
Could
chance.
I actually roll that as well? Because I have the statue and I kind of
do
knew
have
the
the
history
statue.
of that. I don't know necessarily that he was involved, but
Oh, this is to do with your. Yeah.
Roll a. Wow, that's still amazing.
is it history as well?
Okay. Yeah, roll a history. Wow.
Reverse
Some
roll.
pretty decent rolls.
Some good rolls.
So, Guy, I'm gonna say, there are things in history where cities and towns get destroyed all the time, or get lost to something. The specifics are kind of, maybe you wouldn't necessarily know exactly what might be inferred by the suggestion that he failed something, but you could probably ascertain that maybe it had something to do with the Kingdom of Midgard, because that is a very well-known and recent thing that happened.
Okay.
Storm has his headphones off,
recent.
so
If it's recent, actually, if it's recent, I might have to.
oh,
I was in the abyss for many years. I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah, you would know. Even with that, even with a 28, there is no way you.
No
would,
way, no, yeah.
Okay, this is what I'll give you, because you did roll very, very high. I would say that even though you don't know necessarily what it is that he would be disgraced for, you were with the group, I believe, when you got the model, right?
I don't remember.
That was a
No,
that
we
was
was
a
playing
long
in
time ago.
person. We was playing in person when I got that.
Yeah, Driscoll still.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you don't.
No, not a thing.
Which is crazy because it's a massive role, but it's impossible for you to know.
No, yeah.
There's no way you'd know
More,
about
it was
it.
more. It was less than 17 years ago, right?
Wait, how long have you been in there again? I thought it was more than that. Maybe I'm getting. Oh god, one moment, everyone. Just gotta check the timeline. I'm pretty sure it's. I'm pretty sure it's.
Get Owen Williams in.
You thought it was more?
Sorry, how long had you been in there again?
I thought it was 17 years, material plane years.
17. Okay, actually, I might have to scrap all of that. I think you might have known. Blah, 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 blah.
A flood of memories just swirls around in Storm's brain.
So, what is the year again? It is 268, correct?
268.
I mean, I don't know if any of you would know that off the top of your
idea.
heads.
Off the top of my head, no.
266. 266. So, it was, I forgot what the number was. Where is it? I just closed it. One moment. Yeah, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. It was like less than a decade ago.
Okay, yeah, because I was sent in to do 4-8 landing.
Yeah, it was after that. So it happened whilst you were in the.
Yeah.
You were in the abyss. Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's...
So yeah, guys, you would probably be able to ascertain that maybe it has something to do with Midgard. You don't know that he was stationed there. You don't necessarily know a particular city, but it's an event that once you were, in Moonvale, that would have been discussed, would be known.
As we're just kind of talking about it and the cogs are turning in my head, I'm just gonna like root through my pockets and everything for the statue and just kind of look at it as we're talking. Kind of hold it out in front of me, just have a little look at it.
See the little wooden statuette of the Heroes of Horndale, as is inscribed on the bottom.
So beautiful.
So very beautiful. Beautiful Midgardian design.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be holding it out in front of me as we're talking while I'm laying down on the bed.
Okay.
So how do you propose we just get rid of him?
Well, I had hoped that our little vampire problem might be able to come in useful.
I think with this doctor being out of town, I don't believe it will be. Unless there is more spawn we don't know about.
That could will, maybe.
Regardless, we're going to feel his wrath anyway, so I guess you're right. We promised to return the amulet. And I guess we're not going to pluck it from Theodore's hands now.
Did you promise?
We did.
I thought we promised to give it.
I thought
to
he could just bring it back. Yeah.
Did he? Oh, did he buy? Did he say he had to buy?
He-
I didn't.
he-
Yeah,
said-
we
said,
owe
"I'll let
him a
you go."
favor. We owe him a favor.
You can give him the amulet, but we owe him a favor.
Oh shit.
And I don't know if I want more. I love a fight as much as the next person, but do we need this blood on our hands?
I honestly do not want to fight a man that paralyzed me with a flick of his finger.
I don't either.
He sounds
I don't
terrifying.
think you understand. If we let this slide, the Golden Empire are coming here and they will kill me.
If we don't kill Sindri, and he has the intent of doing that, it will happen anyway. So if we deal with this, we have to fight him, and I'm not too keen to do that.
Where is the evidence that they are going to come here? A hunt?
All he needs to he saw me with a dagger out. He saw me producing psionics.
Uh-huh. And he's a calculative man. He might not say anything. He might use this. Not to bring an army here, but maybe to get a favor out of you specifically. You don't know what he's going to do.
Perhaps
I
if your
don't see how
presence
that's
here
an
alone.
option, to be perfectly honest.
Sorry.
I didn't hear that.
No,
Sorry.
Your microphone today.
I said the R is like, I don't see how that's a preferable option.
It's not, but I'm just saying we don't know he's going to bring the whole army here.
Alastrine,
It would be equally bad either way.
do you honestly believe that your presence here could spark a war?
Do you know anything about psionics?
Nothing at all.
Storm should know well enough that it is not something that is taken lightly by the Golden
Okay.
Empire.
So, perhaps it might just be best for us to get as far away from here as possible.
Like that idea.
Dayford is our next stop, and that is on the other end of the coast.
Agree on David?
Mines.
Alastrine, if an army does somehow arrive and try to assassinate you and Storm, I will personally destroy them myself, but I do not fancy our chances right now against Sindri.
My mother is here.
Yes.
It does complicate things a little.
Theodore would never let anything happen to her.
Not that was in his power.
But sorry, I don't know all of the details. I'm trying to piece things together. This little guy is quite distracting. Shake him under his chin.
His tail is just wagging, just hitting it onto your boot.
But if we're not here, or specifically you're not here, would they even... Would they come here anyway, this empire?
I think what Alastrine is trying to say is that any problems concerning her extend to her family.
I see.
Sure, even if she leaves the city, you might not be able to catch her, but they can still have her mother tried as a psionic.
I see.
And the Golden Empire are known for their invasions and taking conquer.
Since she is also the wife of the leader of this city, they may start to think that Theodore's leadership is in question. They may see fit to... What is the term that empires use? Peacekeeping?
I just don't think we should run into anything too hasty with Sindri. Before we know...
I don't think that Aradel is... Sorry, do you want to be called Aradel or Alastrine from now on?
I honestly don't give a fuck as long as it's not in public.
So... Not important. Sorry.
So, I think what she's suggesting isn't that we try to kill Sindri.
We couldn't even if we tried. We have to find a way to make his opinion seem invalid.
The problem is you're thinking about making his opinion invalid here. What's invalid here is definitely different to what's invalid in the Golden Empire.
I'm confused. Why does geographical location change it?
Because there's a different...
But he will report to the Golden Empire. He's not reporting to the people here.
and
If
the Golden
he
Empire don't much care.
if he somehow discovered that he let a city go to the hands of vampires, a man who is already responsible for the ruin of one city, don't you think they would take that rather seriously?
Yes, they'd come here and they'd do what I assume they'd do if they found out who Theodore really is. It doesn't change anything.
Storm, aren't you a wanted criminal?
Yes.
How many years would you say it's been since you were last in the Golden Empire?
Well, I was told 17 years from here now.
I think we have our way of disgracing him.
A raisin.
We don't
Raisin.
need that.
Pie.
We don't need vampires or anything elaborate like that. I mean, Sindri has been dealing with in the Empire's eyes at least, a dangerous terrorist.
So we shame him. And then what? We've stopped one threat, then we have a powerful, very angry, pissed off mage coming after us.
Yes.
And the Golden Empire knowing about my location too.
The bigger picture here. None of this matters if the Illithid invade. Golden Empire, whatever, it will all be gone.
Agreed. We've got what we came here for.
Sorry to butt in again. What's an Illithid? And who? And why?
I guess it's this time. Storm just flicks his claws against his blade nonchalantly, and like a spark of lightning sprays out in front of Zuko's feet and materializing in front of him, an Illithid with his tentacles like flaring out at him.
I do not like that.
Alastrine looks like she's gonna vomit. She looks like she's actually gonna vomit. Like she's like.
Are they that small in real life though?
No, it's actual size.
No.
It's actual size.
Oh.
An army of those. An army.
I'm inciting Alastrine from that reaction. If I can.
You can. However, unfortunately, Jack, you didn't announce the roll, so I'm going to need you to roll it again.
Oh, no.
It's
not allowed.
I saw the roll after you wanted to insight.
Roll the tape.
We're doing a retake.
Oh,
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! Brilliant.
Always.
She obviously ate some bad octopus one time and is like super not into this.
Calamari.
Okay.
Just
That
imagine
seems like
this.
a problem.
But
A big problem.
Yes, a whole host of them underground, rising up to dominate all of our minds, make us their mindless servants, and probably do what they were about to do to Kensei's head.
Yes, they nearly killed him, but quite easily actually.
They almost ate his head.
Even through it.
They went round the back, actually.
Well, I quite like my brain and my individuality.
And I like my freedom, and these things will not allow that.
They quite easily took control of my body and I tried to kill you all.
Oh dear.
They're
That would have been.
like nothing we've ever fought before.
We are getting distracted, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't try to help people where we can, but the longer we take, you know?
I understand. It almost seems like you need the help of these golden empires and.
Think so too.
Hold
Seems
on,
like
hold
quite a
on.
big-
Ah,
I'm not saying it's achievable, but certainly seems like it would be helpful, at least.
we've already told Sindri about them. Which makes me realize they're not going to care if there's an illicit problem here. It benefits them.
They're not going to stop just at the coast.
It's a distraction, huh?
What was that?
They won't just stop at the coast. They cannot
they-
be that arrogant.
But the Golden Empire will take any opportunity to see disarray in another
about
continent.
brief interactions with Sindri that is very untrue.
They could not be so arrogant.
They are, unfortunately. All that knowledge, they squander it on greed.
I understand what everyone's saying. I'm just a little worried that while we're trying to piece together everything for this alliance to work, problems like this are going to unravel it. I mean, you can put together a horse, you can put together a cart to push all your belongings, but if one of the bolts is loose, the cart's gonna come apart.
I'm stuck.
If only we knew someone who lived in Stella Lapsis, huh?
We do. Well, no, we don't. But I need paper, ink, now.
I've got some. I bought some. I'll say.
Oh.
Did you?
Yeah. I bought paper.
Oh.
Well, not magical paper. Not if he's talking about the magical
Yeah.
stuff, not that.
Yeah, I think he's talking about magical paper.
He just said that, so I'm gonna start getting out my name.
We knew someone.
No, not that detritus. I need magical detritus.
This is for.
He just grumbles, lay back down.
I start unpacking my scroll from my bag. This I can learn this spell. Get in contact with Orilla.
Having
In 25 words or less.
Yes. It will
having
be
someone
limited.
in the Golden Empire who had an ear to the ground might be beneficial.
But from my
What would
knowledge,
we even say?
the only thing is I'm pretty sure she was an outcast. I don't exactly.
Yeah, I don't
think-
remember her really saying she was part of the Golden Empire.
But she will have knowledge. I'm pretty sure she mentioned it.
If nothing else, at the moment, she's the only one we know who is actively observing the Illithid.
Was she? Or she lives out in the
Yeah.
orbs?
Or at least knows of the Illithid threat.
She's the one who told us their name.
It seems like contacting her would
Shall-
be a good step.
It could help make us make a decision.
Yes, I think it's a good decision maker. What do you think, Alastrine? It's a compromise. We look for an answer in Aurelia's advice.
What answer? What would we even say to her?
We'd ask her. Yes, what would we ask her? It's only 5 words.
Isn't it 25 words?
Or is it
25.
five?
Like,
Oh, it's 25.
Mhm, 25 words or less.
25 words. Mind.
Per casting, obviously. And they can respond. Obviously.
Where did
is-
we find? Where did we find the first orb?
We find the first orb above, underneath Bladestone.
Found orb similar to one in Bladestone.
Yeah, yeah, we found one in the. Well, I wasn't there, but you found one.
Sorry, I'm saying what you can say in the message.
Wait, did we? What? What orb? Where?
Yeah, no one mentioned this.
Found the orb.
Or at least someone's attempt to recreate one.
Recreate one?
Didn't
The
it seem like
dwarves,
they were
they had...
deconstructing it?
No, the dwarves had the blueprints. They were making it.
They were at war with someone called the Snow Queen, Ice
What
Queen.
are they? What?
They're called...
Containments or something.
Or an orb of sealing.
Sealing.
It was to turn the tide against the Snow Queen.
One can only imagine it was some kind of weaponization of the weave.
Yes.
That does concern me why Aurilla is collecting them, observing them.
He's a mage.
they-
Mages like powerful artifacts.
And they
For
could
them
be useful
to-
against the illithid, no?
They know what they do.
The illithids definitely seemed interested in them.
I don't even think Aurilla told us what they do. All we know is that they are charged by powerful magical artifacts.
Yes.
Interesting. I'm not sure how that will help us make a decision about our current dilemma, though, if I'm honest.
I'm starting to feel the same.
Alastrine, this clearly means quite a lot to you, yes?
Well, it is mine and my mother's life.
I haven't had many who I would consider friends, and I would like to start off on the correct foot. And one thing I do know is that friends make sacrifices for each other and look out for one another. And if you require my help fighting a insanely powerful and potentially lethal wizard, then so be it. If it's what we must do, then
I don't think we should. If we kill him, then what? Someone stops reporting to the Golden Empire. They send a scout. They
A
find
scout
him
who
dead.
knows nothing about the psionics.
I think
Oh,
that they're
very,
really cool.
very.
I think they're also
They find their ambassador dead.
find their
What do they do
ambassador
then?
dead.
They invade the place that killed
Killing
their
a
ambassador.
Golden Empire official.
We don't have to kill him, and we couldn't if we tried.
If we don't kill him, there's no reason it doesn't solve your problem.
is there a way to make him forget?
There's a way to make us not be implicated in this.
I don't warp minds.
I'm not talking about that. If there is a problem in Deep Bay, one that's quite serious and city threatening, for example, I don't know, maybe a horde of vampires, if we draw them to the surface, Sindri is distracted. He is away from his post while we are fighting these vampires. We kill them. Sindri's away from his post. Oh my goodness, he's neglected his duty once again. The Golden Empire find out that he has neglected his duty and nearly threatened to destroy another city.
Okay.
Can I ask one thing though? Why would Sindri be blamed for this?
Yes.
It's more on Theodore.
It's not his city. They'll just say it was Theodore's fault.
And why would he care? Why would he even go to help fight the vampires?
Theodore?
No, Sindri.
Sindri should care because he's the ambassador of the Golden Empire. He's looking over Deep Bay to see if it's been corrupted.
You said the vampire was a doctor of some kind. Is that right?
We don't even know if the doctor was a
Was a
vampire
vampire? No.
He just used vampire blood.
It's misunderstood.
I see.
to create a
It's not,
spawn.
I mean, from what I
Well,
understand, he's an ambassador. He's here to report and observe. He's not here to adjudicate the city.
Perhaps the
Well, that's
doctor
what
is
he
a
was
good
at his
friend of the
previous
ambassador.
location.
So don't you think it wants to do a good job this time? I think he's going to be very careful. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
understand what Alastrine's trying to do, and I do. It is the most bloodless route, and quite frankly, one that is more within our power. I think it's a bit of a stretch to go with the vampire angle, because one, we don't know if there are further vampires in this city. Two, I'm not entirely sure Sindri would be blamed for that if that happened.
Mm-hmm.
It would just be seen as, well, they see him as human. They would just see it as human negligence. If anything, they would see it as further provocation that the Empire needs to take over.
I hate to
Well,
say
then
this.
we make sure that Theodore is one to help us.
Okay? That makes
We make it so
Theodore
that
good.
Sindri overlooks this entire problem. He's aware of it, but he chooses not to deal with it. And Theodore lands the final blow, so Theodore's fine. The city's not compromised, but their ambassador is.
What you're
I don't see
suggesting
how.
is conjuring up a threat, because we don't know if there's any other vampires.
I don't want to go back into the sewers again.
Me either.
I've
Trust
just
me.
been
That's
underground
why-
for a couple of days.
There's still sewer water woven into my feathers.
I could help you with that.
Storm, when
Please.
Yes, Kensei?
Maybe not.
when you were fighting the Empire all those decades ago, I imagine you must have had some form of communication, secret form of coding or anything to pass letters and orders along, right?
You mean between ourselves, or you mean did the code?
Between different cells of the rebellion. You must have had some way to
Yes,
communicate that they couldn't track.
We communicated in our language on cavern walls. Yes.
Just cavern walls, nothing between person to person.
Well, you see, in the Dune lands, it's a lot of tunnels, a lot of underground space to move through. That's
Did
the
you have
advantage
any?
we had on them.
Okay. What about collaborators? Do you have any people working with you on the inside from the Empire?
Just a defector. My master,
No
Seilu.
stars?
Is he alive?
Your guess is as good as mine.
No spies, though. Elven sympathizers, that sort of thing.
Unfortunately, the only one I knew was Seiloon. People sympathized for our plight, but who would rise up against somebody who could, at the point of a finger, turn them into dust?
How did you communicate with them?
Like I said, it was a lot of working from the underground,
So
attacking
these,
caravans.
so even these elven people who sympathize with you, they would go to these caves and read these messages. You would give them nothing in paper or anything like that. Nothing written in any code.
Not in code, no. Just
Nothing bearing any symbols iconic with your rebellion or anything like that.
there was obviously the Crimson Claw. That was the staple symbol. We'd leave it leave it after raids in their outposts. But that wasn't communication. That was to attempt to arouse other tabaxi. It's a form of what's the word? Encouragement.
I think it would involve putting Storm at a little risk, so it's up to him. But I think possibly suggesting that Sindri has some ties to rebellion figures may be much more incriminating than vampires. The Empire gives a shit. The Empire cares about what happens to them. They don't care what happens here. If anything, the more chaos that happens here, the more excuse they have to muscle in.
The problem
That's
is
very true.
I have with this is, for all I know, for all we know, the Crimson Claw may well be decimated.
Crimson Claw may be, but the infamous stings like Storm maybe not so.
I wasn't exactly the war criminal. You think I was? I was just a part of the Crimson Claw. If anyone, it was Storm pauses for a moment.
Who?
Was plumes of smoke. The leader.
Plumes of smoke. This is the first that we've heard.
Believe so.
Who is this?
The one I told you who made me.
Yeah, I think Aria and Storm discussed this, but I think over a fireside chat, so I don't think you guys haven't heard this before.
Well, I did tell talk about I did kind of give it shout it all out at the meeting with Theodore.
What did he make you do?
He was not what he was made out to be. An infernal creature called a Rakshasa. Made us all his puppets. Made me do things I'm not proud of. Things I carry with me today. I've already told you this. I don't like going through it.
I'm not going to make anybody do anything. These are the facts. Sindri could contact the Golden Empire, they could come here, they could take over the city. And if that happens, and they find out that my mother is connected to me, then they will kill the both of us. And they will most likely kill Storm as well if they find you and find out who you are. If we choose not to deal with this problem immediately, I won't force anyone. Nothing might not even come of it. Perhaps the favour is enough to push Sindri back. But I doubt it.
Also concerned what his plans might be for you if he keeps that favour.
Yes. It doesn't matter. We have a bigger task to worry about. Don't we?
I think we should get out of the city. It's getting a bit too heated here.
I agree.
And on that, we will take our break. And welcome back! So before we dropped off for our break, the main bulk of Fera Carta had escaped the ruins beneath Deep Bay, and Eredal had come back from Castle Deep Bay, and together they met in the tavern. You discussed your next steps. Eredal talking about the situation with the Golden Empire and Psionics, and you were kind of deciding where you should go next, what you should do next, what your priorities are, and that is where we left off. So you are still in your room as you discuss. No jump at once.
What's the last thing we said? That we're going to David.
What? Yeah. What are we doing in David? Who
More
are
or
we
less.
seeing?
We are seeing the ruler, whose name is in my other notebook.
Isn't that Alistair's parents?
No,
What's the
they
name
are the head of the
They are
church.
the head of the church.
Oh.
The guy who's in charge, I will find in just a second.
Alistair, what's the name of the person in charge of David?
Or
You
we
just
could,
want me to go and find it.
we could just ask. We could just ask Alistair.
You could just
I do
ask
have it
Alistair.
written down. It's just in my old notebook.
Yeah. I had it as well.
We
Yeah,
talked about this
it's
fine.
ages
I know where it is.
ago.
I know where it is. Hold on, I can find it.
No,
I
that's,
know
that's,
this.
That's still city.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, stinky.
What?
Uh-oh.
What?
My royal family tree has disappeared. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Now all have to make up their
Oh
name.
no, this is actually really bad.
It's fine, it's fine.
This
I
is
got it.
actually
I got
really
it. I think I've got it. No, I haven't got it.
Come back to a crisis.
I know where it is. You just gotta give me a
Bruh.
second.
Yeah,
Where are
the
my
entire
notes?
royal family is gone.
They've been wiped off the face of.
Oh no,
Alright.
found it. It's on a different tab. It's on a different tab, apparently. Okay, the lineage. So the current ruler is King Owen the Second.
Owen.
Yeah, Jesus. I need to get bookmarkers for my notebook.
King Owen O'Moraine the Second.
King Owen. The only thing is, well, actually, I suppose Alistair is our ticket here. He can hopefully get us an audience.
Are we going to speak to a king?
We've already spoken to a queen.
And you've spoken to a prince?
We should complete the triangle.
Brilliant. I'm excited.
But may I ask that we leave tomorrow so that on the way out I can pick up my ring? Pretty please.
So we are.
Are we leaving immediately? Because I might want to check in with the driver.
I
first.
just said, can we please leave tomorrow?
Okay.
Because my ring is not ready till tomorrow.
Okay.
Right.
What time is it now?
Probably before midday.
I have somewhere to be. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get out and go and leave. Go to the inscriber because apparently I'm on the time limit.
I can say.
Okay.
I've been mulling it about in my brain though, and the threat is bad if this is truly the plan to bring the Golden Empire here. We lose. And I don't really care about having his allyship, but it is needed. We will lose the support from Deep.
If Theodore had his suspicions, I feel like he would have voiced them. He doesn't
Theodore
like
doesn't-
Sindri. So I feel like he would have said something if he was suspicious.
Wouldn't you trust his fiancée to say something?
Either way, we are talking about something that has not happened and might not happen.
Well, I'll let you talk to her then.
I actually wouldn't mind having a little chat with her.
Be my guest.
I'll stand up off the floor. Pat the fur that might have come off onto my clothes off.
Definitely has.
Pat, are you busy today?
Well, I would like to sleep, but apart from that, I'm okay. I'm not. No. Why?
Well, you're quite nimble in the air. I was wondering if you could show me a couple of maneuvers, perhaps.
I would actually very much like that. But
Sounds
it might
lovely.
be better if I clean myself up and have a short rest first.
I'll have a bath and wait. That's fine.
I'll go to the store. Need to pick up some parchment and ink. Alistair,
Is
if
it-
you could, pass me some of that booty.
Leans
What
over.
do you need?
Yeah, refer
I need an
to
amount.
someone else, please.
Yes, how much do you need?
Oh, that was on the gold pieces, please.
All of
We've
it.
only got a certain amount.
How
Well,
much do we have?
I need at least
Yeah, in total, how much do we have?
I
Well,
haven't
you have
done.
coinage.
I haven't done the math. We've all got our own stuff, but what we found in the hoard is the
It's all
group's
together,
money.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I
So
don't- I
how
don't
much
have
is
my own
that
stuff.
accumulatively?
Who has the armor, by the way, and the arrow?
It's all in the
They
They
bag
were
of
the two
holding.
items.
I-
I
Yeah.
picked up the arrow. I put the arrow in my quiver.
Zuko's got the armor.
I'll be needing at
500.
least 150 gold.
900.
At this point, that Kensei like to be returned because he remembers that he doesn't have any money on him in the present moment.
So we've got about 1,630 gold. If you include the gems. No, that's wrong. I forgot about the other one. We've got 2,030 gold, including the gems and the money. 180 platinum, 800 silver, 2,000 copper. I haven't added all the silver and the copper up. But we have, as it is, 2,030 gold. And 180 platinum. So you need 150 gold, yeah?
150, yes.
Let's fit that. What's that? 15 platinum.
right?
Is this for materials?
It is for parchment and ink, yes.
Alright. I think, well, you need that, so Alistair will. I'm going to control Alistair now. I think 15 platinum to Storm.
Thank you.
So we've now got 165 platinum.
Oh, actually, I need an extra 5 platinum.
We have 160 platinum.
Thank you.
Gives it to you. You're welcome. That's still a lot of platinum. Who else needs money?
At this point, that's when Kensei probably comes
Yeah.
back because he realizes that he walked off without the bank.
How much does Kensei need?
Yes. I just
Nice.
remembered you for the money. Alistair, I need. I can do the maths properly. Do we have enough? Do we have 7,500 gold?
We have. That's way more than what we have. So
Why do
no,
you
we
need that
don't.
much? What are
We
you trying to
don't have
get?
it.
I'm just trying to enchant my swords. I'm getting tired of hitting things and it not doing anything.
So Storm's like, I need 15 plat. Kensei comes in, I need 700 platinum.
Game out of game.
Wait, 700?
Wait.
Yeah, she said he needs 7 grand, right?
Aren't
So-
Oh, yeah.
If I'm
Aren't
gonna,
your
if I'm
swords
gonna
made
get,
of mithril?
if I'm gonna get a rune of sharpness, level 2, on both my swords, I need 7,500 gold.
Well, we don't have that. We don't have that. Period. We don't have it.
Oh god.
We'd have to kill like 10 dragons to have that much.
Well,
You do know I know about another particularly white-scaled flying creature I read
I
about.
also know about
What?
one, but in the place that we are going to.
David,
Ah.
that sounds exciting.
I
It
know
does.
about one.
I
in
have
the
always
scale.
wanted
Wait,
to
you guys know that... Oh, okay, never... Wait, how much platinum did you need? 700?
I think.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Never mind. Never mind.
Oh god.
I thought I mistook the numbers
just
there.
just to check. If I just by having a rune on the swords, they're magical now,
Yes.
and
Any room will make it magical.
and it will. Like if I wanted to get like other runes replaced on top of the old runes to get rid of the old runes.
You can have runes removed, yeah.
Okay.
So I know what you're asking. You're asking if you can get a plus, like a sharpness 1, and if you wanted to get a sharpness 2, would it replace the one? Would you be able to replace the 1,
yeah.
right? Yeah, you could do that. You could do that.
Okay. I might only need 2,500 gold.
That would be all the gold. That would be all of it gone.
Okay, mine to do some maths here because I have 109 platinum. How much gold is that?
1,000.
9 platinum.
109 of my personal platinum. Yeah, that's
1,090 gold.
1,090.
That's a lot of platinum.
So I need 1,410 gold.
Would you believe he's not the richest?
Is he the richest?
No, Alastrine
Eridil.
100% is.
Eridil's the richest.
Just got this gold and it's already going to be diminished.
Man,
it's her last clutched royalty. Is keep holding on to all her money. Oh my god, your fucking mic.
Your mic just
blasted.
spazzed.
yeah, it was. It was really funny.
God, how
At
much
the right time.
Accurate.
Wait,
though.
so
I spent all of my money on a drift globe before we got this shared money.
Also, I feel bad that you
we're
don't
about
really
to
need
run
that
out because
drift
Kente
globe.
needs loads of it.
I need to be able to be useful in future fights. I'm not going to be able to do that if I keep getting against
How much
creatures.
do you
I'm not
need?
immune.
How much do you need?
I can turn you into
1,410 gold. I have
What's that in platinum?
For 109 platinum is 1,099. Sorry, 1,009 or 1,090 gold?
1,090.
90,
Yeah.
yeah. So if 109...
Just times your gold by 10, and that's what platinum is.
Wait, times your platinum by 10.
Yeah. As in, if you've got 100 and... fuck.
You got 109 platinum, you add a
Sorry.
0 on the end, and it's 1,090.
Yes,
The biggest
yeah.
enemy of D&D
Sorry.
players, fucking math.
How much platinum do you need?
Fucking hell, we should have been doing 3rd edition,
Okay.
mate. There would be no issue getting these
For
numbers out, I tell you.
2,500, I would need...
In total, I would need 250 platinum. I have
We
109.
don't have that.
I have
we don't have that.
109 platinum now.
So you need how much more? You need 250 total.
I would need 141.
Yeah.
That would be like practically all the platinum gone. Any objections? That would be all the platinum we've just got gone.
Well,
almost.
I'm taking that 20. I can still have that 20 platinum, yes?
Yeah, you've got it. There's 160 platinum left. So that would pretty much virtually be all of it gone. Does anyone have any objections? Please speak your mind.
Money is meant to be spent, is it not?
That is true. This is also true.
I could just turn you into a giant reptilian creature perpetually, yes?
I won't lie, as amazing as that was, I don't think I could do that every single fight.
Objections?
I didn't hear any of that, what did you say?
Okay, you need how much platinum?
I
You've
need
got 109, and
I
you
need
need 250. 141. Yeah. Right.
Do you know,
okay.
there are any other Behirs lying around that we can go and kill?
Yeah, because we've now only got 19 platinum.
So wait, do you guys hear the beating of wings outside the window?
Oh.
Let's fucking go!
Wait, if I've learned anything about... If I've learned anything from RL Craft, is it a griffin or a dragon? Because we need to know now.
Oh, no. Yeah. And where's the nearest stockpile, please?
You look out the window and see that some of the buildings have just got
mean,
this like black colour on it.
We do have 2,000 copper and 800 silver to be converted as well. I mean, that's not going to be a lot, but if no one's got any objections, I'm giving the platinum to Kensei.
Don't we have gems as well?
Yeah, but they're only worth like 500 gold and 230, and he needs a lot.
Yeah, he's taking over a grand.
he needs platinum.
If he needs it,
What's this going to get you, like a +2 or something? What's it going to
It
do?
will make my swords magical so that I can actually do not half damage to every creature that we fight.
Which will be very useful.
In the form of Alistair, I give him 141 platinum.
Oh yeah, please let Alistair be out the money. Okay.
Make Alistair run away and not give you any. You have 19 platinum now.
Alistair climbs into the bag of holding.
Mate, I cannot wait to tell Hayden. Oh, yo, by the way, that 180 is now 19 platinum.
Yeah, you get none of it.
And you get none of it.
Wait, 19?
To be fair, he
Yeah,
has
because
nothing
I
to
gave
spend it
20
on.
to Storm, and you need 141.
Right. That Storm, yeah.
Yeah.
Diamonds.
Oh, I forgot about Storm.
No, we've got gems, not diamonds.
No.
We do have a lot.
We have a lot of
He bought one just before you did the heist.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Like literally just before.
Right.
Good.
Let's move on from this moment. 141 platinum to Kensei.
Sold!
You get-
How long is that going to take, though? Is that going to mean we've got to be in Deep Bay for another 5
Well,
days?
that's what I want to find out.
Oh
If
yeah.
it is,
It's no cheap job. That's no quick job, I mean. That's expensive.
mate, tell them to make it a rush order or
on
we're
two
going to fucking
separate
kill him.
items.
Weren't they doing
yes,
David
two
anyway?
separate
Couldn't we get
items.
Maiden David?
No,
I don't think David is going to be as cool as
I
magic
think-
as this place.
I think David's going to be the
Oh,
most
shit.
magical
I
Yeah.
forgot.
I mean,
I
divine
forgot that
magic-
people hate magic.
Divine magic is fine because it comes from the gods, but our arcane magic is a no.
My bet is
From what I
burning at the stake.
understand, and what Alistair's explained to us, they're in favor of...
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just a thought. This is out of character. How are we getting to David?
We better
Yeah, well,
fucking
we need to
walk.
figure that out.
dude.
Well,
Walk?
Walk!
Walk!
See you next year, guys!
Still sitting.
My
Yeah.
eardrum.
we can't take a
So-
step.
I don't just. Yeah, whatever.
Why don't we get, just ask her to teleport us again? She might do
Wait,
it.
Zuko said he has a flying carpet, so.
You have a flying carpet?
It's only got room for like 2 people on it. If I'm
Yeah.
honest.
We'll take
I
turns,
can't
yeah.
show you the world, unfortunately.
Right,
I don't
Kensei,
want to see it.
go and get your sword enchanted.
Hold on. I can teleport us to. Wait. Let me check my
You can
token.
teleport us to wait. Where's that?
Great,
Wait,
thank
wait,
you.
surely we would just take a boat there. That's how
Yeah,
we
but then we
did.
No,
go
it's
right
only-
past the Draken Isles again.
We could just
Yes.
stick to the coastline.
So the
It's a
last time we,
landlocked- it's a
the last
landlocked
time,
The last time we did that, the ship got attacked.
I can
but
get
also
this.
the
we
last
rolled
time we
shitty.
teleported was a
Plus,
strange experience.
more
I was
importantly-
inside all of you and
Oh,
I
I
did
don't
not enjoy it.
fucking
No,
know.
If I remember,
Oh my god, what is happening?
if I remember, if I remember,
Made it free teleportation.
There's a knock. You hear a knock at the door.
What? Who is?
Hello?
You hear a knock. You hear a knock at your door.
Here's a head out. Yes.
Oh,
You see, like a young man with a very short beard and long blonde hair,
The noise complaint.
who's just dressed in common clothing, and he just looks at you and says, "Excuse me, you're making a lot of noise. I'm in the room next door, and I can hear you, and I'm trying to have a private moment."
So go back to your room then.
Congrats!
fuck off, you dumb little bitch boy! Get out!
This isn't your room. You have
Okay, I'm going down to the desk.
Goodbye.
No!
He's walking down the hallway.
I turn to the group and I'm just like, can you please just figure something out? And I'm gonna go chase after the guy.
I've already
You
gone.
catch up to him in the hallway.
I'm very, very sorry. We are making such erratas. Is there any way that I can make you not go down to the desk, please?
19 platinum will do that.
I need to get my letter opener inscribed.
Oh, man.
I heard you talking about your money. I want some.
He doesn't say
You're
that.
having an intimate moment with this partner, yes?
With a partner.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just gonna put my arm right over his shoulder, and I'm like, "Take me to your room. Let's go. Come."
What?
What? No, but I'm not.
What?
I'm not polyamorous.
And as I put my arm on his shoulder, I'm gonna try and sleight of hand cast suggestion.
Okay. It's a wisdom save.
I think so. Yes, and just double check.
Well, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's a 4.
Yeah, he fails.
What's the suggestion?
You were being noisy, but you know what? We had a nice discussion about it. I explained myself, I apologize, and we're even going to, maybe when we're back in Deep Bay next, we're going to meet up and catch up over some drinks. It's been a lovely evening.
It has to be a suggestion. That's more like modified memory.
Okay, then I'm going to suggest to the guy...
Any friend.
Don't go down to the desk.
Yeah, I'm going to suggest to him that he doesn't want to go down to the desk because we talked it out and I'm very lovely and he doesn't want to go down.
That works. You know, you are right. You are quite friendly. Fine.
We try to keep it down, I promise.
I won't.
Oh,
and he walks into the door.
I'll give a complaint later.
Yeah.
Excuse me, motherfucker.
Give him a little pat on the back.
Am I misremembering? I didn't wrote anything in my notes, but I feel like you mentioned something. This is gonna. My bad for not writing it down, or I'm misremembering. Was there a teleportation circle at the Druid's Grove outside of? Yeah.
Yeah, the actual Druid Circle was a teleportation.
I
circle.
would have taken note of that. I'm pretty sure I did, right?
Yes, you would have.
Cool.
And you also have one. You have one in Sindri's Tower.
I know that. I've got Sindri's Tower, Sil City, Silver's Tower, and the Ember City as well.
Silver's Tower. That's the one in the Underdark.
Yeah, the Ember City.
In Ember Forge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember now.
So I've got that. So
Oh,
what was the
fucking
grove?
hell.
What was the grove? What was it called? Did we? Oh, I can't remember. You guys remember?
It was called.
It was the 8th house, wasn't it? Or
Yeah.
6th house?
No.
No.
It was the
Oh,
7th house, wasn't it?
My Venus is in Aries, thank you. Okay. So the astrology joke there.
Fuck off.
Never mind.
Get out.
Yeah, it was pretty awful.
Yeah.
Let me. Oh! Sorry, I just threw my dice across the room.
What is that?
Today is just chaotic energy. Chaotic
Chaos.
energy. Oh god, help me now. Okay,
Ari
so
is
it
rejoining
was the 6th house. The 6th circle.
Aria's come back into the room. What have we decided?
About what?
How to get to David?
We
Well,
didn't.
I have the closest place I could think of taking us is back to the Druid Circle outside of that charming explosion site of a
Oh yes, I remember.
Porta Minor.
But then we have to walk back there, don't we?
Yes, we
Do
tend
they-
to walk back. No, but
do
you have
they-
to. No, he can teleport us there.
No, I'm talking about where do we go from there? Because that's not in David.
Yes, how would we get to David?
Maybe
from
they'll
there?
give us them
closest.
horses
If I
again.
remember right,
Maybe they'll give us them horses again.
As much as I didn't. No, it's a stupid idea.
Well, just so you know, because you would remember, the north of Verloom borders the south of David.
So it's
So
like,
there is about, it's probably, if you follow the road, probably a 4 or 5 day journey to cross the border from the 6th house.
And then how close is it to the
That's what
capital
we're
from
gonna
there?
Maybe a couple of weeks.
Oh,
Right.
It's the capital is on the.
I'm looking at the map now. It's quite
It's on
top,
the.
quite near the
yeah.
top. Yeah. And then there's the scale skin territory.
It is,
We don't
it
need
is
to go
pretty
that
far
way.
north.
Why not? Why not?
And the storm is absolutely nothing.
The whole plot is up there. And we don't know it.
The plot is wherever you decide to go, to be honest.
It's true, yeah.
I just looked at the chat and saw "let the man wank."
What?
That's so right.
What?
What have I missed?
Oh.
Right.
Honestly, I asked myself that day, but fuck.
Has
I said
my
that.
campaign just by being there.
Yeah. Yes. This is all Mitch's fault, guys. Well,
Yeah,
we should
blame
blame
Mitch.
him.
Blame Mitch.
If you have jobs to do, go do them. We can figure this out in the morning or later tonight.
So, before you guys go off to your individual places, I don't know if, because we skipped over the end of the like the last big session together, just because we didn't know what was going to happen, with Mitch, the arrow you got.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like an arrow per se. It's got I really don't want to have to say this. It's got a wooden shaft.
Way! How
Just letting
thick?
It's a dark wooden shaft.
Oh, cheeky.
Oh shit!
So letting it out, and the tip
Oh!
is it looks like what could be best described as red scales that are like one side curves up.
Are they
Totally get hold of Thrift's stick.
But it's more like, it's almost like a cone, a very thin cone that goes to a sharp point at the end. One side kind of flicks up, and the like the end that feather would be on and the like is.
This is a very intricate arrow.
It looks more like a It still has that like split, the four-way split that an arrow the feather goes off of the back of the arrow, but instead of it being a feather, it's almost like these scales that strip off the end.
Okay. I am gonna. I mean, when I go and have like a little rest, how would I still get a short rest if I like investigated it and tried to work out if it did anything?
No.
Damn.
So what is everybody doing then?
Because the idea of it is that you're practicing with it, figuring out what it is, and,
Yeah.
and concentrating on it, so it's not really restful. Oh, I really
Yeah.
got my side there.
I am going to do it.
I say to Aria before I go to the inscribers, like, maybe take a bit of time to figure out what that armor is.
Aria, could you also look at this for me when I hold up the arrow?
I was going to stay at the inn anyway and just trying to think about how we can get to David.
I thought you were going to go and speak to Mother.
Do you want me to? I can.
Yes.
You actually wanted me to? Oh wow.
Well, I'm not going.
Besides, I've already figured out how we get to David.
Have you?
Have you?
It's the closest places to teleport us to the Druid's Grove.
But
Yes.
then we still have like a 3-week journey from there.
It's closer than any other, unless we're going to break out another fugitive
We
from a
could
prison.
ask
An
Gorilla.
idea. Yes.
You want
you
to
have
ask Gorilla?
No, she's probably
Busy.
who knows where. But there is somebody else that I can ask whilst I'm going to talk to someone's mother.
No. No.
What do you mean, no?
Do you want to end
Who?
up in the hells?
He's
Who?
not. Oh, for God's sakes! He's not going to do that.
What are you talking about?
Theodore, he could help.
Why would he help?
Why
Not.
would he not?
Yeah,
Because we're putting his wife in immediate danger by leaving.
he hasn't asked us to do this. You did.
What? Who do you think told me?
Is this what you were doing while we were in the mines?
I did tell you.
I'm just going to bring it up. He's probably going to say no anyway. Everybody relax. Anyway, I have some things to identify, and then I'm going to go talk to him. So
I have some things to buy, so I'll see you back here later.
I have some eyes to rest. And it just
Me
hobbles
too.
out.
And you give a friend to wash, and I'm gonna pick up the dog.
Oh.
And
Oh
Taking
no.
that dog
He is like sitting in your arms. He is loving
This
this.
is
Take it
such
to
a
the bath.
mistake.
Oh,
Sorry.
that poor dog. It's the most attention it's gotten in months.
Literally.
It's only been
So-
here for a week.
It survived a
Feels like my
Drakenhoff
school dog.
raid. So, those of you that are heading out, do so. Leave the room. Gaiak, you head to your room.
Unless they
And
let
are
me
you-
sleep in their bed, I'll sleep in that.
I'm sleeping in there. Get out.
No, yeah, I'll go to my own room. I'll give
Okay.
Aria the arrow so she can have a look at it.
Okay, so you give Ari the arrow, you head to your room and find some much needed rest, which for the moment will be a short rest. We'll see how things play out. Because you actually have rested recently.
yeah.
So,
Take a rest.
Am I definitely going to have that rest? Am I good to like roll hit dice and stuff?
yeah, you're good to short
Yeah.
rest.
Okay, cool.
Nothing like that's going to happen to you. So, Aria, you begin to begin to identify. Eridel, what are your plans?
I'm staying. I'm getting a short rest as well.
Okay, so Eridel, you get into bed and begin to have your short rest, and you'll be fine to do that as well. For those of you that are leaving the tavern, as you head downstairs into the tap room and pass through, you see a particularly rowdy group. Couple of like skinheads in there, and they look like probably dock workers of some kind, and particularly by their get-up. But you do notice that there are like short blades strapped to their sides, who are drinking and shouting quite loudly. Now, did I remember to write down your? I don't really want to say it out loud, to be honest. Oh, did I not? It's still in the other goddamn book. Okay. I'm sure I wrote this down. This is super weird.
Wrote what down?
Your passive perceptions.
Oh
My-
god.
Okay, so
Sorry, Mark.
those of you that are walking through, so that would be Storm, Guy, yeah,
14.
no, not Guy, Storm, Kensei, and who else was leaving?
Aria, right?
Oh yeah, Ari was heading afterwards though.
After I've identified, yeah.
Oh, okay, then it's those two for now, I guess.
So Zuka, you, by the way, you get to go and begin your bath, and
Bath time. Yeah.
as you put the dog into the bath water, just muck just begins to spread across.
He's
It's not not been washed for a little while, and
This dog has seen much.
but it is very chirpy and playful. Sorry, Storm and Kensei, your passive perceptions. 14.
Oh,
And Kensei?
hold on. Sorry, let me check that.
It's alright.
15.
15. Okay. So as you both pass through, there's a guy that's in like a leather vest, and on his shoulder, both of you can very, very clearly see there's a tattoo on there. It's a central circle surrounded by 8 smaller circles.
A central circle surrounded by 8 smaller
Yeah,
circles.
we've seen that before.
Yeah.
That's, oh god. That's either the Institute or something else.
I
Hang on.
think it might. No.
Wait.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
We've seen it before. We've seen it before. We've seen it before.
Wait,
Slid
no.
away.
Wait. Is it what I'm...
It
I think
better
I'm
be-
over-exaggerating.
We've seen
I
it
think I'm
before.
Oh,
over-exaggerating.
you think it's this?
Okay,
I think I'm
probably-
over-exaggerating. No. It was what the dude in... I'm not there.
What,
Oh.
dude?
It was
No,
what
but-
We're not there.
session.
We're not there. Like not the first fucking
This is
second.
my first note.
Okay,
Yep.
but if we've seen it before, then we would know. So
Yeah, I know. I realised that.
Mate,
This is my
I
first
have,
note.
I have
You know it if you know it.
first freaking session, the first thing I put down.
Yes, we drew the exact same thing.
Yeah.
If this was a recent thing, I would definitely just tell you.
Oh, don't worry, it's nothing to do with Storm. Storm was there, so.
Storm wasn't there, so Storm wouldn't know, but Kensei might.
I mean, it's probably the Rosen sister.
It'd be no fun if I just tell you.
I don't. What?
This is like session 1, Leia.
This is like I said, the first note me
IRL
or
we were playing.
whatever took.
Yeah.
So it's way back.
I mean,
Okay, damn.
Do you know what? I was wondering if anyone would pick up on it. I'm very pleased.
As soon as you
remembered
said it,
that.
I was like, yeah, I know.
I knew I'd drawn it somewhere before.
I've kind of forgotten, I'm not gonna lie. First session.
All it took was 80 sessions.
Where were we in the first session? Where did we
Yeah.
meet?
Prison.
Yeah, in the prison, yeah.
I
But
know
I
what
don't
you're talking about. I'm just trying to remember because I don't think we ever got a name of the fucking gang. We just know them as the fucking Goblin Gang crew. Whatever the fuck they're called.
Goblins and hobgoblins.
Why did I rest?
Ogres, gluts.
Doug, that's dead.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That was.
This is where he comes back with cyborg parts.
It's like fucking Shadow War.
So, you think you can kill me twice?
Good, I was ready to kill
This is
you
a red
twice.
eye.
Anyway, I'm not there.
I'm just.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I'm walking
So I
out.
Yeah, you don't recognise this.
Yes,
That's
no, it is, but I would know. Oh, fuck me. I mean, does it look like they're looking towards me at all, or are they just like having a bit of rowdy?
Yeah, they just look like they're talking and having fun,
having fun.
drinking.
Do I see this after making my way all the way down, or is it something I see from like the balcony, like overlooking?
I'd say you'd see as you're walking past them through the process of walking past them.
Okay. There's no way to do that without causing attention. Okay. I'm gonna have to loop back around then. Yeah, just to not cause suspicion, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the tavern. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to try and see if maybe like Gaiak or Aridel or someone maybe is on the balcony of her room.
Okay, well the problem is the balcony looks over the drop, so you can't actually walk around to the back of the building where the windows are.
Never mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk around the building. Well, not around the building. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Like, just to make it look less suspicious, instead of me just doing a complete U-turn in the middle of the fucking bar, and I'm gonna go back in and just go back up.
Okay. So Storm, you're continuing onwards.
Yep.
Correct.
The universe itself is conspiring.
So
magic.
I'm gonna stick with Kensei for the moment, just because we're on that train of thought. So Kensei, you step back into the interior. Roll me a performance check.
Fuck me. Could I pick the worst one?
Okay, an 11. The bartender, who you've seen several times before, just looks at you as you walk back in. You forget something.
I did. I think I forgot my key. I'm gonna have to go up and get my roommate to be in real quick.
Just gives you a bit of an eye, but doesn't say anything. What do you want to do? Go to meta jail.
I'm gonna. I mean, we would have known it anyway, character-wise.
Yeah, I mean, you would have known it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back up to the room. What the fuck? Oh, fuck.
Okay, you begin to walk back up to the room.
I'm gonna specifically walk up to the room with Alastrine in it, and I'm just gonna knock on the door real quick.
Okay, Alastrine is currently like having a rest.
Okay.
Aria is in the middle. Aria is in that room also though. So Aria, as you're beginning your God,
she's gone.
She's vanished.
I'm just gonna say that Alastrine wakes up from a nap with like messy hair and is like, "What?" You know, like Yzma, Empress New Groove, like, "What?"
Ah, yes.
What is it? What?
And as he opens the door, I just tap my forehead as I'm looking at her.
She uses psychic whispers with you.
Hand me
What?
something. Hand me something from the room. Anything.
I'm gonna reach over and grab the flower pot that's on the side.
Hand me something less. Hand me something less. Okay, hand me something less conspicuous.
What the
Something
fuck
that
do you want from me?
Something that I would perhaps have forgotten in my room.
I don't know, a fucking mask, maybe? What do you want from me, Kensei?
Find a book or a cup or something.
I'm gonna throw a copper piece at him.
Cool. Better than nothing. And I'll close the door to the room. And I'll start walking away. And as I'm walking away, I say mentally, it's like, I had to make it look like I was just coming back to get something in my room, didn't want to raise suspicion. There's people in the downstairs that know us, that might know us. Don't let Aria come out of the room.
Okay,
Tell
shit.
her they have a symbol of several concentric circles wrapped around it. Tattooed on them, she'll know what it means.
Should I know this? Who are they?
From when we first met our group, they captured us and forced us to fight.
And you didn't kill them?
Not all of them. I managed to kill the leader on the way out, but...
Well, that's a bit silly, isn't it?
It's a bit of a rush job. We tried to escape Goblin Den while it was burning down, and we just killed their leader.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Okay, can you tell her then?
Yes, I will.
Well, I don't know what the range is on this thing, so I'm probably going to keep going
1
until...
mile. 1 mile.
Yeah, you can continue to talk telepathically as you begin to make your descent.
I'll do as best as I can then until I'm out of range. I'm just going to relay the event. Is it just words that I can relay
Yeah,
through
just
something?
words.
Yes.
Ah, okay. So I couldn't do like memories or anything like that.
No.
Ah, who? Okay.
That would be so OP.
That'll be all.
Alastrine's just lying on the bed, listening to Kensei narrate every single fucking move. It's like, oh, they're turning around. Oh my goodness, I think they saw me.
And I'm just like explaining the story of how.
Just
Basically, I don't know if anyone's ever told her this one. Is that how
No,
basically?
probably not.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Do you want to tell me?
Well, it goes like this. Fade to black.
Cheers, Kensei. That was very insightful. Thank you for that.
The funny part about it is that Eridel might know, but Maya don't.
I've got no clue.
Oh god, now she's got to do homework and watch the first 2 episodes all the way through.
Oh. No, we essentially were captured by. Don't know. We never really got the specifics. Really, a gang of goblins and hobgoblins, led by some. I think it was a troll of some kind, named Glutz. We managed to kill him on the way out, but after we escaped, they tracked us for a little while, but they seemed to give up once we got to Seal City.
So why are they here?
No idea. As far as I knew, they were just a bunch of goblins.
How many times are we going to leave people who want to kill us alive?
In our defense, we thought we'd killed the leader, and that was that.
You kill everyone, Kensei. You kill everybody who wants to kill you. Those are the common sense rules.
Everyone.
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 Everyone, not just
Men,
the
women,
men.
children. Everyone.
The women and children too.
Yes, I figured you would say that.
I wanted to say it. You don't leave anyone alive who wants to kill you.
That's impossible.
It's actually not. We just have a lot of people who want to kill us.
You're joking, right? Even if we killed everyone, if everyone who wanted to kill us, the new people would want to kill us would just come along and it doesn't end. Just keep going.
No, that's not how it works.
Of course it is. You don't think your conflicts end because you kill all your enemies, do you?
Well, obviously not, but you assert your dominance and then people are too afraid to challenge you.
My experience, you said you that's too much. They tend to thrash around a little more and resist.
Right. Well, I guess you're just not very good at silencing people then.
No, I guess not. I don't make a habit of butchering people.
At this point, Kensa, you walk back into the tap room. Are you doing anything, or are you just continuing to walk out? Fuck's sake. Are you doing anything, Kensa, or are you just heading out?
I'm going to the shop, the same as my old plan.
Okay. Eventually you head out the front door. So, as you leave, we'll jump to Storm, who at this point is encroaching upon the mystical emporium through the traffic of midday Deep Bay, which is very, very, very busy. But eventually you get to the door and are able to make your way inside. And as you do so, you see the high elf who works there, who looks up as you step in. Ah, welcome back.
Hello again.
Can I help you?
Yes, you can. I'm here to collect some more supplies. I'm going to somewhere quite unsavory.
Oh, where would that be? If you don't mind me asking.
David.
Oh.
Yes, quite a change.
A rather fascinating choice.
Not by my choice. Not by my choice.
You're not afraid of execution, are you?
I assumed as much. Is it that way? Do they execute?
Well, I've never been there myself, but I know of practitioners that have ventured that way and found unsavory ends.
The only other person I've met from David was this politician, and he was quite racist.
Well, there you go.
Hopefully we won't have to spend long there. So that's why I would like 50 gold's worth of gems and chalks so I can escape if I need to leave.
Of course. A circle, I assume?
Yes, indeed. And then
That can be arranged.
here's 5 platinum.
A little over... Oh, no, that is correct.
I know my components. And then I'll need to do some scribing too. So I've got 15 platinum here. So if you've got enough for that.
I do indeed. What spell, might I ask?
Sending. I've got to contact.
Very useful spell indeed. That can be arranged. We have plenty of paper. I myself scribe rather frequently. We do have a selection of scrolls, if you are interested.
Oh, what kind of scrolls do you have?
A number of different spells. Let me just look.
Well, I might.
We have... Well, I have recently inscribed spells of alarm, cure wounds, jump, buckskin, that might have been sold, I'm not sure, and a few others. If you're interested in conjuring elementals or animating objects, those sorts of things, they might be of interest to you.
I did consider studying that particular spell, but I thought it more useful if I took more time to study some transmutation spells.
Ah, you're a transmutation specialist?
Not particular. I'm a bit of a dabbler. I don't really specialize in any particular school.
Oh, I see.
Alarm would be useful, but I'm kind of short on funds. How much would a scroll of alarm be?
I'm currently selling it for 200 gold.
Bit pricey for me.
Of course, it's the inks are not easy to come by,
Yep.
and of course there's labour involved in inscribing.
Of course. It's going to cost me a pretty penny to scribe sending as it is. I think I'll just take the 150 and your
Of course.
gems and chalks.
Let me just get that for you.
Thank-
And he wanders off to the side. You can see him go up the stairs to the library section. Collects some papers which he comes back down with, and heads over to a separate drawer, taking out some ink and then some of the chalks for the material components, and brings them all over to in a small wooden box, which he places on the desk. Here you go. This should be everything.
Here you are. 20.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yes.
It is good to see a fellow practitioner. It's not often. Not to our degree, I suppose.
Even in Deep Bay.
Even in Deep Bay. Mostly it's trinkets and knickknacks. A small copper piece that lights up, or a bell that rings an alarm automatically. It's minute things, nothing quite as exciting as the spells I
Wow.
inscribe.
Why did you come here, may I ask? Seems quite sad, really. I didn't come here by choice. This is your passion.
Yes, well, the short answer is we didn't really have much of a choice. Before we arrived, I was fully aware that my profession would be rather difficult here. You see, the weave is harder to connect with here. I assume it was something to do with humans arriving around the same time. The weave was fractured in the side of Val-Aeria. But as I said, we didn't truly have much of a choice, unfortunately. I'm sure that you are well aware that the Golden Empire is full of bigotry.
Yes, I am. All too familiar. Well,
Indeed. Well, an orc and an elf together, not something that was looked fondly upon by the Citadel or the Magisters. So we left. And believe me, this is far better.
agreed. Yes, the Golden Empire is a vile majorcracy.
It is indeed. I'm only glad that they are not here.
Storm takes a little pause. And frowns for a moment, goes a bit silent.
Are you alright?
Yes, just thinking about all the scribing I'm going to have to do. What's to think about?
Yes, well, you should be glad that you're not purchasing a higher level. They are rather tedious to inscribe.
Yes, I almost had a scroll of disintegration to scribe. That would have...
Now that is exciting. Where did you find one of those?
a wizard's tower in the Ember City. Yes, in the Ember City.
In the Ember City. I've not heard of that.
Yes, very, very underground. You might not have heard of it. Anyway, it was lovely doing business with you.
And you.
I'll miss your...
Please come again soon.
I will, if I survive, David. Goodbye.
That jingling noise was the sound of Storm legging it.
And with that, Storm, you head out the shop. Are you heading back to the tavern?
I head back to the tavern to my room, yeah.
Okay, so you head back to the tavern. I'm going to jump to Aria. So, Ara, you are identifying, correct?
Yes. The arrow
Cool.
and the
So-
armor.
Which first?
I'll do the arrow first, because as much as I love Zuko Guy,
So, you spend that time.
Thank you very much. I don't know why I did Elf's impression there.
You spend that time doing the ritual, and eventually, as you come to the culmination of it, the book laid out and the arrow before you, as you place your hand on it, you connect with the weave, the intricacies of the magic within this item, because it is indeed magical. You come to realise it is an arrow of slaying.
I knew it! I knew it!
Yeah.
What does that do?
An arrow of slaying is a magic weapon meant to slay a particular kind of creature.
Oh.
This sounds dope.
Blah 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 blah. If a creature belonging to the type, race, or group associated with an arrow of slaying, it takes damage from the arrow. The creature must make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, taking an extra 6d10 piercing damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Once an arrow of slaying deals its extra damage to a creature, it becomes a non-magical arrow. Other types of magical ammunition... oh wait, that's just for me. Never mind. That's just saying that you can have bolts of slaying.
Yeah.
This is an arrow of dragon slaying.
I knew it! Dope!
Nice.
That's the one. That's what you want it for. That's what you want them for.
That's
so.
amazing.
Arrow dragonfly.
An arrow of dragon slaying. And then you
I love Sam's face right now.
Hell yeah.
cast on the armor.
This makes me so happy.
Yes.
One guy. You've only got one.
I know. I am not throwing away my shot.
Okay, so are you identifying the dwarven armor?
Yes.
Okay. So as you identify that one, another 10 minutes going by and touching it, you identify it as dwarven plate. It is plate mail armor. Not plate mail, sorry, just plate armor. While wearing this armor, you gain a +2 bonus to AC.
Oh!
In addition, if an effect moves you against your will along the ground, you can use your reaction to reduce the distance you are moved by 10 feet. And it is built for the size of a dwarf.
Right.
However, you also identify that the armor will shift size and dimension to the creature that is wearing it,
Alright, nice.
or attunes to it.
Nice.
Oh, it is actually not an attunement item.
Okay.
So, whoever is wearing it, well,
It's the gift for Zuko's father.
I'm gonna say for the sake of this, it is an attunement for the sake of having to get it to change to your size. So if you're not a dwarf, you can't just wear it and get the bonus.
Right.
But yes, they are the two items that you identify.
Cool. I will make a note of that.
Okay. And with that, are you heading to
I'm gonna
the castle?
see if I can get an audience with Theodore or Belinda or whatever.
All right. So you have identified. Herodal is still sleeping on the bed as you head out towards the castle, and you make your way there. As you do so, we're going to drop in with Kensei once again as you approach the inscriber's small, ragged hut that looks over the slight drop to the other buildings below. As you approach, are you heading on in?
Yeah.
All right. As you open the door, the smell of like burning, but like electric burning. You know the smell of static from a like a TV. I don't know if you like an old TV. It's that smell permeates the air, and there is this energetic property. You step on in as you hear the pitter-patter of feet, and from around one of the work tables you see that small green-skinned goblin with the long blue multi-layered robe on with the crooked quarterstaff that twirls around with streaks of mithril through it. As they come around the corner. Ah! Oh! I was wondering when I'd see you again.
Yes. Well, again. I actually have been hoping to inquire about your wounds one more time, my friend.
Finally! I've been waiting days!
Speaking of days, how long does the process usually take?
Depends on the runes!
What about those runes of sharpness you showed me? The simple ones.
The simple ones. I could probably get that done in a couple of days.
Could you rush it at all?
You don't rush an artist to finish their painting, do ya? Otherwise, you get sloppy lines. Do you want the room to explode on your face?
No, that's more than fair. Just figured I should ask.
Yeah, didn't think so.
Am I still within a mile of Alastrine? We've extended that surely by now.
Probably actually. Deep Bay is not a wide city; it's a very condensed place. You definitely could. All I heard was sloppy explode on your face. What?
You said sloppy
Oh
lines.
my goodness!
Explode on your face.
It's fine.
Oh,
It's
fucking
protected. I would be in range to talk to Alastrine?
You would be, yeah.
Oh. I just telepathically I was like, so the merchant is sick. The inscriber is saying it's going to take more than a few days.
Well, if you want to face Aria's wrath by making her stay here for more than a day, then be my guest, but you are the one who will have to face the consequences.
I can't keep doing half as much as what the rest of you are doing to the enemies we keep fighting.
Kent say, please, even with you doing half damage, you do more than all of us.
It may not be enough eventually.
Well, if you want to face Aria.
Okay, can you tell her what I've said so that I can get some
She is
sort of
not
response
here.
from her? Okay.
Yeah, at this point she left 5 minutes ago.
You know where she's going?
She's gone to Castle Bay.
Right.
So?
Howdy.
Why are you just standing there?
A bit. Me and my companions are very tight on time at the moment. Don't have a whole lot of days to spend in the city. What is the absolute minimum you could do? Minimum amount of time it would take?
2 days.
If you started right now,
Yes.
oh,
What's the date today? I could get it done by non-day.
I'm assuming that you would need my swords here present the entire time.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Best not get into any fights.
Okay. Please, if you could start straight away, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
After my tea. You hear that, a very faint whistle from the corner where the stove is.
This is just like, oh, I miss tea.
Do you want some?
And I just take my hand and gesture to my mask.
Oh god, oh right, yeah. Forgot about that.
Actually, I've been meaning to ask you. You told me of a way to remove this.
Yeah, I did.
Is that the only way?
unless there's something I don't know about. But these eyes see all.
Okay then, well, let's give the eyes a treat. Here's 250 platinum for them to look at.
Oh, they like these.
I would like an enchantment of sharpness on each of the blades, please.
Right, give him here then. He
Just
like
figure-
holds up his like hands.
seeing
He has
as
like
how-
3 fingers, by the way, 2 fingers and a thumb.
Seeing as how
One of
he's-
it looks like they probably actually he used to have 3 fingers and a thumb, but 2 of them are gone on their either
seeing as
hand.
how he's also like probably up to my kneecaps, right? And the sword is
Yes, he
likely
is.
twice as big as him. I'm gonna be very careful and just take them out. Please, these are very important. Do not.
Yes, just give them to me.
And I'll just like let go.
Poof! He like drops to the ground with the swords. They slam into the ground. Oh! And he begins to just drag them across the ground. You hear this screech as they grind across the stone, chum, chum, onto the workstation.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to leave now before I lose my mind.
So that, just to clarify, is 2 sharpness runes on each blade.
Yeah, well, with the lowest one basically on each one.
Okay, perfect.
Which, by the way, because they're already +1 katanas, would that then make them +2 katanas, or does that just make them magical?
I need to double check. We can talk about it afterwards.
Okay, good.
Because I can't remember what it was that made them +1.
I think it's because they were.
It might just been because they were sharp. It might make it +2 then. We'll have to figure it out.
Okay.
Okay, so as you begin to head out, where are you headed?
I'm gonna go ahead to the palace. And I'm just gonna wait outside the entrance for when Arya comes out.
Sure. So you begin to head in that direction. Storm's heading back to the tavern. Arya out. So we'll jump to Arya. So Arya, you're arriving at the castle, and as you approach, you see the guards stood there who look at you as you do so. The portcullis is up, and as you approach, one of them just steps forward to you, like more of a half step. Can I help?
Yes, I seek an audience with Lord Theodore. He knows me. Arya Ravenwood, you can go and ask him yourself.
Roll me a persuasion check. I'm going to give you an advantage on this one because the name has probably swum round the castle a few times. You've been here a fair amount.
Persuasion with advantage. Where are my 23?
Yes, sorry, Mom. I've seen you around before.
You have indeed.
Jameson, can you cover me? Yeah. Right, if you wouldn't mind following me.
Thank you very much.
And he begins to lead you through. Heading through the hallways and up to the top of the castle castle. You find yourself arriving at that the waiting room, and then towards the door. The guard knocks, and a few moments go by before you hear Theodore respond. Enter, please.
Open the door.
I love that someone's like frantically writing an essay. I think it's Maya.
Sorry.
Have you found someone to rant on Facebook to? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm just writing up my fan fiction.
Sorry.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's alright.
Arya takes a deep breath and then goes in.
That's what the fan fiction says too.
Okay. So you step into the chamber and you can see Theodore is near the large window, the other end of the entrance room. Ah. I wasn't expecting to see you again so soon.
Neither did I, actually. But I find myself in the need to be at your mercy once again.
Mm-hmm.
If you would humor
Is that
me.
so?
It is indeed, yes. You are on board with that whole uniting the nations to fight the Illithid, which is great. I don't suppose you would know the way that we could get to David pronto, if you know what I mean. Like,
I would suggest charting a ship, but you have to sail through dangerous waters.
yes.
And from what you told me before, it was a rather precarious journey yourselves.
Was it the coastline is not exactly safe these days. You are a man of certain abilities and connections. I was wondering if it is a long shot, but maybe if you knew someone who had experience transporting people across vast distances very quickly, if you know what I mean.
I think I understand what you're saying.
It would make our journey a lot quicker.
People with such an ability are rare to find in these parts.
Yeah.
That might be a little out of my range currently.
Damn. Well, it was worth it. I try, you know, you've got more connections than me.
I can assist in charting a ship if that is something you wish. But I am hesitant to fund such an expedition. No offense.
I'm taken.
Your group left this chamber a little divided on my presence here. I have been considering our offer. If your companions, or particularly one companion, is so hesitant to trust me, I am in doubt as to why I should trust them.
You're absolutely right. I mean, I certainly wouldn't trust someone who I knew didn't trust me. But you have to understand where he comes from, you know, his reasoning.
To a degree, perhaps. But you must also acknowledge the rather interesting irony of the situation.
Of this situation, right now?
Of his situation.
Yes.
He comes from a people who detest a certain viewpoint of his. And yet he is very willing to place me in the same vein as other more malicious entities. Completely understandable, of course. But ironic, and rather hypocritical.
There's nothing quite kosher about this whole situation, is there?
Not in the slightest.
But I know that he maybe doesn't say it outright, but I know that he wants to help people. And every decision that he makes is in accordance with that. Even if it means trusting someone that he may not normally trust. You'll have to make sacrifices.
That we do. Are you intending on leaving the city soon then?
I think that is our next step. Yes, we have met you, and we have done what we came here to do. So I think we need to move on as quick as possible. We need everybody on board if we're going to have any chance at getting some kind of union.
I will still stand by my point. I find it doubtful that your quest will succeed. Uniting such divided places is a task above most.
I agree.
Let alone a group of very divided people whose views are almost as oppositional as the kingdoms of the coast. Your group is rather like an analogy, actually.
Kind of poetic, no?
But if you cannot work together, what hope is there for the coast? Have you considered that?
That thought has passed my mind many a night.
Well, I wish luck to you.
We're going to need it. Thank you very much. Just one more thing.
Of course.
I know you don't like me very much. It's okay. I don't always... I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
I just think you've made a rather poor decision.
In what? Choosing who my boss
He
man
just
is.
gives you an eye, yeah.
Well... I like to tell my friends that I did it out of necessity. And I did. If I didn't take it, I probably would have died. But there was... a part
But death is surely a more pleasant experience. I'm aware of the ritual that you would have undertaken. It causes a great deal of pain, does it not?
most...
Leaves you scarred and broken.
I just grabs her left arm a bit. It was the most pain I think I have ever experienced. But as much as I did it to survive, there was a part of me that was kind of excited by it, you know?
Of course. Temptation in the face of such unfathomable power often does that to a mortal. You are only mortal.
Yes, I am.
Be sure it does not corrupt your soul. For eventually, if you lean too far into such powers, it is but a matter of time.
Thank you, Lord Theodore. I hope you have a good evening.
The same to you. Aria Ravenwood.
I will turn around and leave.
You feel his eyes on you as you leave. But nothing happens. Step out the main office into the waiting area with the chairs and tables.
Think
What do next? Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Go on. No, go right ahead.
I think about maybe going to find Belinda, but then I kind of stop myself and I just leave.
As you head out of the castle, you see approaching the top of the walkway up to where the bridge is that goes over the crevasse before the actual portcullis. You see Kensei approach round. He's only just arrived as you are walking out now. The wind hitting you both and the slight more downpour of rain just coming in.
Oh. Are you waiting for someone?
Alastrine mentioned you'd be coming in. Two things. One, we're going to be here a little longer than I expected.
How much longer?
The inscriber said it would take 2 days to finish the series.
Cool. Anything else?
The other thing, I just wanted to ask what you were doing.
I was going to see if we could get a lift up of Theodore. He has magical capabilities, so I thought maybe he could help us out. But he said no. He said our best chances were to charter a ship and try the coast again. But he is not willing to fund that. We would have to try and maybe persuade our way onto a ship.
And I'll make sure to, as we're walking along, I'll make sure to get a little, closer, just so I can get within whisper distance. Did you mention that his daughter might also be in grave danger? Or that his stepdaughter might be in grave danger?
No, I left that part out. I was kind of a little focused on... shit. I mean... It's weird that you say that. Technically, she's not his daughter, but...
Stepdaughter, either way.
I don't... I didn't. I left it out. I kind of feel awkward if I have to go back in there again. Because I kind of just said goodbye and we had a really cool moment. So I don't really want to, go back in there. Do you think she's going to kill me?
You'll want to inform him that she might be in danger because she'll look less cool.
Don't... Gah! Why is this my responsibility?
I mean,
And on that bombshell, we'll end this session.
What a session!
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing. So, that's the end of the gameplay of the session.
Oh!
Of course, our wonderful fans and cast have been filling out an exciting what the fuck are you doing, Jay?
Is it frozen?
Oh, it might. Is it frozen?
It's sorted.
Oh, right.
That's scary.
Oh my god.
You've been filling out a form that I'm very excited to see the result of. So before we leave for the session, we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see these answers.
You're gonna screen share on the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna screenshot. I'm just gonna sort that out. I say we'll take a very, very quick break because I definitely need the toilet before we do this, and I've got to set this up. So we're gonna put the break screen on, but we're not finished just yet. So please stick around. It's gonna be a very interesting thing. All right. See you in a few.
And a few.
You know.